Hey, buddies, Potato Whiskey here, and welcome to Sins of a Solar Empire 2. I am incredibly excited to bring you this video, partially because I have been having a lot of fun playing this game, and partially because I've been sponsored to make this video. Thank you, Stardock. I appreciate your support. And if you find this game to be interesting, go ahead and click the link in the description or the pinned comment, all that sort of jazz. Now, while this video is sponsored, I do want to remind you that I typically do not take sponsorships for games that I do not at least like or think are worth playing. And I gotta tell you, I am enjoying Sins of a Solar Empire, and I do think it's worth checking out. If the idea of a 4X space RTS game appeals to you, then what are you waiting for? I'm going to go ahead and randomly generate a 10-player map because that seems like it's going to be a fun thing to do. And I'm going to put the AI on the highest difficulty possible. I do want to be clear here. It is possible that we will not win this game. In fact, it is likely that we will not win this game. However, I will do my best to defeat the AI. It's going to be a free-for-all game. All AIs against all AIs, so complete chaos. We don't know what will happen, but we do have a few tricks up our sleeves to try and make a win happen here. Now, you may have heard real-time strategy, RTS, and been immediately turned off from the game, and I do want to be clear here. It is a very, very slow macro RTS. Now, when played at the high level, I'm sure there's a lot of micro and doing sorts of important maneuvers, but it's a very straightforward and interesting game. So this is our home planet, Lagaros here, and we've got our home planet credit bonuses +2 per second, metal income 1.5 per second, crystal income 1.5 per second, and then the planet itself has a little bit of mining income. So there's kind of interesting stuff going on here. Now, in Sins of a Solar Empire, there are many things going on. You've got like a massive tech tree, both a civilian tech tree and a military tech tree. You've got diplomacy with other players. You've got diplomacy with minor factions. You've got military command, capital ships, which are like your heroes, your star bases. You've got a huge sprawling empire. There's 100 planets here, and I think in order to achieve a victory, we're going to need to colonize either 53 of these planets or destroy all enemy homeworlds, which is a very interesting proposal. Now, one of the very first things that you're going to want to do in any real-time strategy game is explore. So I'm going to select my planet here, go to the build ship screen by pressing N, and then building some Provis Scout Corvettes. 1, 2, 3. I already have 2, so 3 more will help me explore the galaxy a little bit more efficiently. I am a really big fan of starting with the Akan battlecruiser. I like the colonize ability. It allows me to colonize planets really efficiently, and it also has the inspiring broadcast, which makes your fleet supply go a little bit further. As the TEC Enclave, your first capital ship will be free. I believe the first capital ship for all factions will be free, but the TEC Enclave gets to choose which capital ship. I think the Vasari Alliance does it, or maybe it's the Vasari Exodus. Some of the other factions do not get to choose their starting capital ships. I think it's the Vasari because they're like a mobile traveling the universe faction. So I don't really know anything about the world right now. What I'm going to do is immediately upgrade my mining and my commerce income on my capital here to the highest level. It'll take a little bit of time, but that will provide us with a trickle of credits, metal, and crystal. And then I'm going to build a civic research station and queue up civilian tier 1 technology, which will give us +1 credit income and access to the tier 1 civilian technology. So very nice. And I think our goal here as the TEC is to grow our economy as fast as possible in the early game. So I'm going to take the colonization ability on the TDN Ithaca, my Akan battlecruiser, because this will give any planets that it colonizes a free upgrade. I'm then also going to queue up a bunch of light frigates because we need DPS. We need to, there are little pirate fleets in all of these planets, and we need to clear them out quickly in order to get control of our home cluster, basically. And so the nice thing is here, one of the innovations of this game is you have this little fleet button up here. If you were to just select a ship or like group select a ship, like you just have the ship selected. But if you select the fleet, you can actually order ships from your factories to this fleet, and they will, like whatever the order is you have given to the fleet, they will copy that order, which is really cool. Okay, so it looks like we've got an asteroid base over here. Asteroids are kind of like very basic planets that don't produce a whole lot of resources, but they can be useful linchpins of your economy. Think of this as like it's a very small minor settlement. But we do have here a derelict loot with 1,000 credits in it and an endurium alloy. So we're going to go ahead and try to pick that up really quick. Okay, perfect. We have finished building our civic research station in the capital. Civic research stations are how you get your civilian research points. And that means we're able to research civilian tier 1, which will mean we'll be able to research civilian tier 1 technologies, which is excellent. We'll be able to start to expand our economy. And the power of this faction, the TEC Enclave, is in their economy. They are an economically powerful civilization. Oh, I do like to see a wide variety. See these little check marks on the side of these? These means we'll be able to level these guys up, which is fantastic. Or rather, these mean there are derelicts here, which will allow me to level up my Akan battlecruiser. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to target the siege frigate, because if I kill the siege frigate, it won't try to kill the planet after I settle it. So that's kind of like an ideal early game move, is when you're colonizing, is you want to get rid of the siege frigates. Now, I'm also going to go ahead and research derelict specialists so that I can capture derelicts faster and get more experience from them. And I'm also going to go ahead and grab myself the focused exploration ability, which will give me 4 free Prova Scout Corvettes, which is just a nice little bit of a way to turn research into an early game exploration boost. Okay, I think that siege frigate's going to die before he gets a chance to kill our asteroid base. So I'm going to colonize the asteroid. Planets have a health level. When you upgrade planets, it increases their maximum health. If I upgrade the commerce here, I'll get 1.2 credits per second. If I upgrade the mining, I will get 0.4 metal and 0.2 crystal. So it's not a huge amount of money, but it is a trickle. And a trickle of money becomes a torrent when you combine multiple asteroids together. So quite important here. Now, another sort of secondary objective that I'm doing is I'm gathering experience on my Akan battlecruiser. By being in here and killing these enemy ships, they are worth experience, which will level this ship up. I'm also going to take this exotic salvage policy and just get rid of it so that I can get the refund on it. And we'll kind of like look into more there. I'm going to get level 2 mining on the Durkheim asteroid, and then I'll just queue up a bunch of orders on my Cobalt light frigates against all these enemy ships, because you kill them one by one. It's a game about focus firing enemy ships. You really don't want to be spreading your damage out. Ideally, you want to focus fire down enemies to get rid of them. Now let's go ahead over here. I'm going to get ready to jump to the next zone. I'm going to take Inspiring Broadcast level 1 and Colonize level 2. I love level 2 colonization. Big fan of level 2 colonization because it means all of your planets will start with extra logistic spots, which is great for the TEC because we have this orbital commerce building here. The trade port, which makes us have a much stronger economy than we would otherwise be able to eke out of our territories. Okay, perfect. I'm going to go for a experimental economics lab on the Durkheim asteroid. No, actually, I want to get the trade port first. So I'll press Control, and that will automatically place the trade port. I think the positioning of the trade port isn't particularly interesting. I want my Akan battlecruiser on the edge of the gravity well so we can jump into the next system as fast as possible. Because the Akan battlecruiser is the ship that will kind of slow your fleet down. That's worth keeping in mind. We have found a minor faction. This is the Aluxian Resistance, I believe. They are a fairly interesting faction because they are going to actually spread and expand kind of like a major faction, and you can fight with them, but you can also piece them out. You can recognize their legitimacy. In order to interact with them, I'm going to need mercantile envoys, which will give me influence, so I'll go ahead and start researching those. And I think my goal as a faction right now is to just get as much resource throughput as possible that I can input into ship construction. So as much throughput as humanly possible. There we go, there's orbital commerce, which is excellent. I'm going to make sure that my fleet is targeting down the siege frigate in this gravity well. I am going to have to research Arctic colonization. I'm going to prioritize that because I can't actually colonize this Arctic world until I get Arctic colonization. So let's go ahead and take on the siege frigate, see if we can get rid of him. Therefore, he won't be able to blow up this planet when we colonize it. These early game fleet battles, these are really just like ways for you to level up your ships and slow down your expansion. So how fast you clear these things out is actually kind of like a test almost of your civilization's early game. Now our capital world here, Lagaros, I'm going to be turning into a massive manufacturing paradise. So like eventually late game we will have stuff like the, what's it called here? Yeah, like the industrial complex, which will lower factory unit build time by 25%. Factory unit price will be minus 5%. I'll combine that with a military research base, which will lower factory unit build time as well. So we'll have a 30% faster unit production. We'll have a crap ton of units being cranked out of here. I'll probably add a regional government office to get even more civilian factories cranking. All right, we colonized the ice planet. I'm going to grab commerce level 2 on here and then mining level 2 on this ice planet, which will get us 7.2 credits per second. Or rather 4.2 credits per second and 1 crystal income per second, which will eventually lead to us having a larger, more powerful, more useful fleet. Let's go capture this derelict. There is some Kalanide exotic resources in there. Looking forward to grabbing that. And a little bit of experience. That's great. It's going to level us up. Let's take influence level 1. Our reputation level 1 with the Eluxian Resurgence. This will allow us to buy the Eluxian Economic Advisors, which will give us refinery exotic build time. So we can make a exotic refine. Ooh, it's concerning that I have a front line with these guys right here. All right, the TDN Ithaca has leveled up. I am going to go ahead and grab myself an Inspiring Broadcast, level 2, which will lower the weapon reload of any ships that are in range of its ability. I'm going to send it over here to get ready to jump to this asteroid. Now, with this ice planet, I think my goal is to make this into a civic university kind of influence generator. So I'm going to grab research rate 0, or research rate 1, and then grab the civic university, which will allow me to get to civilian research tier 2. Civilian research tier 2 will unlock tier 2 civilian techs. More importantly, it'll also give me +1 credit income, which will allow me to continue to stomp my economic boots around the map. Okay, we've captured another planet. Let's go to Karuna next. I'm going to start adding my planets to the overview. I like having my planets up in the overview because it means I can kind of, at a glance, I can look at, oh god, we're being invaded over here, or we're being attacked here, or whatever. But my main goal is to try to increase my economy. And this planet's job will very much so be an economic outpost. So I'm going to queue up some trade ports. All right, let's make sure that we take on the siege frigate, deal with him, and then we can colonize. Now, we also need to start thinking about our military technology. So I'm going to upgrade the logistics around Durkheim and build a military research station, I think, in here. Although I'd much rather use this as a garrison world, which would be better if I built a light factory and a heavy factory in here, and it would act. If I eventually built a garrison recruitment center on here, it would create a garrison fleet that would jump between these worlds to protect my stuff. And I think that is what I'm going to do with that. So instead, I'll build a military research station in Lagaros. Looks like the siege frigate is dead. So we've colonized the asteroid. Let's go for Commerce 1 and Mining 2. Although I need a little bit more money. Civic University has been finished in Merianos. Most important thing for me right now is to just get my economy, the amount of money that is coming in per second, as high as possible. Because we're up against the hardest AI. Like, if we look at diplomacy here, I'm worst in everything but research. Okay, that's bad. That's real bad. So let's go ahead and get researching military tier 1. This will give us access to basic provisioning, which will allow us to increase our maximum supply of fleet. Right now, our maximum supply is 102. Not a whole lot of ships. It is not a whole lot of ships. Let's grab this derelict. There's a good bit of experience in here. Nice chunk of loot in here for us. Takes 30 seconds, and we will get 50% more experience. We got the next civilian tier, which is excellent. Oh, we have found the pirates. Pirates are fun to play around with. The boarding crew is great for stealing ships early. I am going to grab the Eluxian Economic Advisors and stick that into my capital, because it's going to be +1 commerce credit income rate per second, which is a small increase to our economy. I'm going to go ahead and get Inspiring Broadcast 3. It's a very, very powerful ability. And we're going to go ahead and see if we can take Tersadina asteroid here. I think I want to try to expand to Feira if I could. Let's make sure we grab basic provisioning so we can increase our maximum supply quite a bit. And then to fill up that supply, I will probably get the Shriken gunship corvette. And the reason I'm going to go for the Shriken gunship corvette, because the ship that I can build right now, the Cobalt Light frigate, doesn't use any crystal, whereas the Shriken gunship frigate and the Guard of Flak frigate, they do use crystal. And I have mostly ice planets, which means my crystal income is going to be really strong and my metal income is going to be quite weak. That's going to be something that we need to be considering as the game goes on. Now, civilian research next tier. I would like to sort of specialize into ice planets a little bit more, but I am going to grab Asteroid Mercantile Mandate, which will then give me 50% more money from my asteroids. It's like 0.6 cash per second per asteroid, which isn't a huge amount, but you know, look at the price of this. A single asteroid after like 10 minutes will have paid for this tech. And considering this is going to be a 2 to 3 hour game, at least, I think that's quite worth it. I'm also going to go ahead and grab myself ice processing facilities. I may as well lean into the crystal production that I do have. I think this will be another garrison asteroid. So I'm going to come to the capital and grab a military research base so we can get tier 2 military tech. And I am going to go and reveal this minor faction, Pronast United. This is great. It's a fantastic defensive faction because we'll be able to build a bunch of emergency Gauss platforms and make our planets a lot harder to crack by virtue of having a ton of extra defenses. Let's colonize that asteroid. We're going to go for commerce and mining levels. Try to get these things to pay for themselves real quick. And then don't forget to build the trade port. Trade port's important. Bum, bum, bum. Trade port is important. I'm going to upgrade the logistics of our capital. And then I would like to get another light factory in here. I'm going to be focusing pretty heavily on light ships this game. I think the TEC excels at light ships, so I accidentally left some enemy ships in the gravity wells behind. So we'll go just deal with that. Take a few of my kobolds over there, and then we'll send you to Galatea to get control of that. Looks like the price of metal and the price of crystal has fallen heavily, which is good for me because if I choose to make a bunch of money, I'll be able to get them. I'll be able to buy them quite easily. Let's go ahead and start recruiting some Shriken gunship corvettes. I'm just going to get like 5 for now. These are some pretty light corvettes. They're good at fighting ships like the Cobalt Light Frigate. In fact, I would go as far as to say as the Shriken gunship corvette counters the Light Frigate, is countered by the Garda Flak Frigate, and trades counters the Gauss Frigate. So really, really good. It's also quite good against certain other ships, but it's a little bit more heavily defended of a planet, but that's okay. Your Rakan battlecruiser can actually take a lot of fighting. It's very tanky, although it's kind of scary with the number of units that are there. Okay, nice. We just got our ice processing facility. I'm going to begin building the ice processing facility on Marionis. That will give us a 25% boost to the surface crystal mining. And I would also like to upgrade Arctic development so that we can actually have this be a fully developed world. You see these red check marks here mean there's kind of a limiting on the development of this planet, and we'd like to develop it a little bit more. All right, let's recruit 5 more gunship corvettes. So the positioning of your Akan battlecruiser is actually kind of important because it has guns on either side of it. So you want to kind of position it to where both sides are shooting. Shields are down, but it's still got really good health here. Looks like we've built the ice thing. Excellent. So let's get a little bit more gunship corvettes. I like to have about 20 of them. 20 in the early game fleet is like a decent amount. And then a few Garda Flak frigates can be good for dealing with strike craft and stuff like that. I will start researching the Garda Flak frigate now. And I also require another military research station. So I will queue that up, which will get me tier 2 military tech. And it's about time in the game that we get that. Let's go ahead and get another emergency Gauss platform. I'm trying to think about where we're likely to get attacked from. I'm kind of concerned about getting attacked from the left over here in this ice planet. So let me think about that. If I were building a Gauss defense platform, yeah, I would want to hit ships as they came in. So with Pronast United, I'll put a Gauss defense platform like right there. I want to shoot them as they come into the gravity well. So my gunship corvettes are here now, assisting, which is great. They are vulnerable to the Garda Flak cruiser, but that's not particularly important. These guys will add a lot of DPS. That's the great thing about the Shriken gunship corvettes. They add a lot of DPS to your fleet. That's how I want you to think about them. And they're also really fast to build and easy to reinforce with. But yeah, you mostly want to invest into your fleet is something that I found because it's like mobile military power, and then have some key defensive structures in key locations. So something we definitely want is an exotic refinery so that we can start printing these useful exotic resources. Yeah, here are the gunship corvettes to do the work that we need. Make sure you kill that, and then you can go colonize that planet. I also need to come down here and grab myself prestigious investments, which will give me an extra 3 influence capacity. And influence capacity dictates how much you can sort of treat with the minor factions. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade military 2, which will give me plus 10% crippled hull. Basically, when your capital ships are damaged enough, you see they have 3 health bars. They have a yellow health bar for shields, grey health bar for armor, and a green health bar for hull. When the hull is depleted, you go into crippled hull, which is like a red health bar. And when having more crippled hull basically gives you a chance to limp away from combat and escape. It's quite useful to have a decent amount of crippled hull. All right, let's colonize Galatea and then make sure we kill these annoying siege frigates. All right, let's go and take the minor factions. We will go for the Jisgun Expeditionary Force and the Vitarak Transport Cabal. Let's go 1, 2, 3 commerce levels. Because credits are fungible, they can be turned into other resources. Any resource can be turned into other resources, but I do like credits as a priority. Now, we also want to make sure that our ships are well defended. So I think getting the combat repair system can make your ships very, very tanky against incoming missile fire, or just incoming damage, really. So that will be something we work towards, although I would much prefer to work towards unlocking new ships, like, for example, the Kalev and the Percheron. I'm going to unlock the Percheron now. This is our support cruiser, and we're going to need a decent amount of those support cruisers. And then in the capital, I will want to build another heavy factory where we can produce those support cruisers to help our fleets out. But yeah, I think otherwise we're looking pretty okay at the moment in terms of our capacity to produce units and fleets and all that sort of stuff. I'm going to come back over to Marionis over here. And I'm going to upgrade commerce level 2 and then mining level 3. So unfortunately, because these LRM cruisers are durability 200, and the weapons on my corvettes are only Pierce 50, Basically, they have 150% more health against these light autocannons, which effectively, if I do the maths on that really quickly, is 100, it's divided by 2.5. Effectively, we are only doing 40% of the damage with this weaponry against these guys that we would normally do with these light weapons, because our pierce isn't high enough to hit them. So yeah, you want to have high pierce weapons, but unfortunately, we don't have the type of ships that we need to fight these guys right now, but that's okay. Corvettes are decent at it. The Cobalt Light Frigates are even better. Yeah, so the big thing I'm struggling with is getting enough metal. So I'm going to go ahead and start getting more trading points there. Onto metal. From my capital, I'm going to build 5 new Scout Corvettes just to kind of hit up the world and see what's going on. And then let's quickly see if we can grab Feyre. And I think this might be the last planet we try to expand to for a while. I might try to just sit pretty on these lands. But if we could get Feyre, that would be really great, because that means we have an ice planet that's like very well secured at the back. I'm going to research the Garrison Recruitment Building. It's a great building that allows us to create networks of defense fleets that will protect our planets using idle ship construction capacity. I'm slightly worried about this planet already being claimed by the purple player, but we'll see. I also really want the derelict in there. There is a epic derelict with a ton of exotics and a ton of experience. So if we could steal that, that would be huge. Let's get 2 more of these, and I will get a few Garda Flak frigates on the way. Oh god, okay. Let's jump back to Galatea. We're going to upgrade the defense here. We need to turn around and escape. So we've got Acolyte Corvettes and Disciple Vessels. Turn around and escape. We cannot contest this. This is how much fleet capacity? It's 500. It's way too much. What we can start doing is making use of Pranast United's emergency Gauss platforms in this zone. Coming over to my capital, I need the things in here to be producing. So I'm going to queue up a couple of Percheron carrier cruisers. We are going to build some autocannon defense platforms here. I'm also going to come in here. I'm going to grab myself the radiation bomb and an armor patch kit on my capital ship. Can I get myself another capital ship? No, I need more military fleet supply, so I'm gonna have to come up here and research provisioning doctrine. We need to build up a defense here on this planet. Crystal is now completely valueless, which is unlucky. That was 500 supply. We have 150 supply here, plus some turrets coming online. I'm gonna go for level 2 reputation with Pranast United, so that we can get the unassailable fortress building, which will give us extra military orbit slots. Maybe turn this into an unassailable fortress is the dream. Let's upgrade defense to level 2. We've got some autocannon defense platforms coming online. I'll grab the unassailable fortress building from Pranast United and I'll stick it in here. I'm going to research the Kalev Gauss frigate, which is going to be a useful anti-capital ship frigate. Very good at killing capitals. Not good at doing much else. Let's get defense level 1 on the Tersadina asteroid, and I will get another level of logistics and a exotic refinery in my capital. Right, another autocannon defense. That's going to help us kill those light ships. We need to be clearing those out. Our carrier cruisers are on their way to the reinforcement point. It looks like my guy has not expanded towards this asteroid here, which is kind of an interesting event. It'd be nice if I could get that expansion going. But I think I would love to steal this planet from them, so I think that's going to be kind of our focus for a little while. Let's get some more carrier cruisers and a couple Cobalt Light Frigates. Got a lot of ships on the way. In terms of civilian research, I'm going to go ahead for better metal mining. That's going to be a 35% increase in our metal production, which will help us a lot because we are not making that much metal. There's a bidding for some crystal stockpiles. I don't think I necessarily need that. I will grab myself another Gauss platform right here. I'm wondering if I can bait them into attacking me here. I'm going to send a single Cobalt frigate to scout Feyre. Okay, there's a big fleet over here as well, and they're going to be pushing along this battle line here. So Marionis is going to be under threat. I think getting an Argonev starbase researched is going to be really useful to protecting our choke points, in particular Marionis over here, which is a little bit vulnerable. Yeah, a lot of my time is going to be spent sitting here, slowly building up in terms of fleet supply. Having 500 fleet supply would be really nice, but also in terms of tech. So I haven't actually researched any defense or offensive tech whatsoever yet, nor have I started doing any surveys of my planets to get exotics. I'll quickly survey my asteroids because they can have like some good resources in them, and they're pretty cheap to survey, and getting those exotics will be really useful. I'm going to grab myself another heavy factory around my capital so that I can resupply my fleets faster. Let's keep getting those carrier cruisers. Very, very strong. I will grab as many of these Kalev Gauss frigates as I can muster. For now, I'm going to grab myself an unassailable fortress, and I'm going to go ahead and attach it to Meriones here, which will give this planet a huge boost to its potential health. All right, nice. We discovered a few exotics. So there's rapid hydrometallurgy. That's going to give us a nice boost to our metal income. I'm also going to go for shockwave pulverization, which will give us a 35% increase in our crystal income. Take a bit of time, but it will get there. All right, we've got 10 Kalav Gauss frigates on the way and some more carrier cruisers. Let's do level 1 surveying on all our worlds. Pick up some strategics so that we can start building our garrisons. And with Pronast United, I'm going to start building an array of cannons over here. Autocannons and Gauss over here to protect it from potential invasion. We need to be ready to be able to at least repel this and do damage and make it not a free battle. All right, we've got a good amount of ships coming in. We have so many carrier cruisers. We're definitely very much so on the strike craft end of, like, we're very much so on the lighter side of combat size, which is awesome. We're going to have a ton of strike craft and be able to do a lot of work with that. Oh, we found a subsurface crystal deposit in Galatea. That's great. It's going to give us even more crystal income. I am a little bit worried. Like, these guys could jump in here and just murder us, but once my fleet's fully assembled, we've got 155 supply that's, like, in the pipeline. We should be able to jump in here, maybe take on this planet. Maybe we can take it. And then while that's happening, I'm going to be investing in Meriones over here to provide it with the defense that it needs to hold. Part of that defense is going to be unlocking the hangar defense, which will allow me to build basically a static cruiser. Ooh, the Hand of Illis is coming to attack our asteroid. I'm going to retreat this Gauss frigate if I can. I wasn't expecting them to go for the asteroid, but now that they have, that does make my life easier because I can fight them over here and then focus our defenses in other areas. So 1, 2, 3. Having a big battery of weaponry. Yeah, so it looks like they're going to try to retreat. And we're going to form up the edge of the warp to prepare to follow them. Yes, it looks like they're trying to escape. We are definitely going to follow them. Ooh, we got a deploy phase gate ship item. That is sick. Now that is quite an interesting pickup. It's only a single phase gate, but that's nice. If we could get another one of those, that'd be awesome. All right, we're just waiting for more of our ships to come through. And I think I might try to take on this lava world, actually. If that's where they were coming from, it might be where I want to attack. Now, in Meriones over here, I absolutely want to build an Argonev starbase right there. This is basically like a stationary capital ship, and that's what we want to use to try and protect our left side while we attack this right side. All right, so let's go. See if we can make it happen. We have our fleet on move in formation, so they will jump through the gravity well together. I'm going to queue up some Shuriken gunship corvettes as a stream of reinforcements. But here we go. This is going to be the first major battle of this video. We're jumping in. We have a Rakan battlecruiser with an armor patch kit, a radiation bomb. We should probably level up our ship's defenses, so fortified superstructure and stuff like that, and also corvette shield refit. A little bit of a mistake that I don't have that. Let's go ahead and level up our capitals research a little, so I can research those things faster. Our fleet is going to be weaker, pound for pound, because we're missing some crucial technology. But we're a pretty decent teched fleet. We could always jump back out if things get hairy and wait. But I think I might be able to take on whatever is here, unless there's like a starbase. The fact that I have inspiring broadcast gives me a big advantage in this phase. So I'm curious what's here. Okay, so there is some stuff. We're just going to let things kind of break off and fight their own battles. Point defense is firing at enemy fighters as they come in. Killing them, gaining us a little bit of experience as they shred them. Our fighters have been deployed to enemy stuff. Our carriers are deploying ships constantly from the back line. Things are blowing up. We've got our Cobalt light frigates. I'm going to set my battle cruiser to blow up this lava world. If we can steal it, it would be amazing. I'm going to come back over here to Meriones while that battle is happening and continue to develop both the economic side of this planet and the defense. I'll put a couple Gauss frigates behind that. Yeah, so we're fighting a few different things. They were in the middle of building the Transcensia starbase, so we caught that. We caught it before they could finish it. Now, where is the actual construction frigate? Because we need to get that thing before we can build. That's not that important. But look at this. We have managed to catch them with their pants down. We're getting tons of kills. Yes, your shields are down, but that's fine. I love these Gauss frigates. When they shoot, it's just like boom, 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 boom. Look at that, big chunks of damage as they shoot. They're really good at killing defensive buildings and capital ships. We need to get my whole fleet on this starbase, actually. Because if it finishes, it's going to be extremely difficult to kill. But if we kill it before it finishes, it makes my life a lot easier. Let's grab every bomber that we have and assign them to the starbase. So they drop their missiles on it. It's at 95%. We need this thing to die ASAP. So in the asteroid of Durkheim, I'm going to go ahead and build a garrison recruitment center. And then I'm also going to build myself a light factory plus a heavy factory. And what this will do is this garrison will basically give me 120% supply on this asteroid that if I left click this, I can assign them. It'll be 125 supply worth of ships that will jump between adjacent places if I'm under attack. So this is effectively like a sort of passive form of defense. Very, very powerful. Enemy fleets have landed. However, we're focused on the starbase because we can't let that thing fight. And it looks like they're in full retreat. Capital ship's a little bit hurt, but that's okay. In terms of civic research, I'm going to go ahead and grab myself interstellar networks. My ship has leveled up, which is awesome, and a derelict has been dropped containing endurium and some free resources. That's amazing. Let's grab the armistice ability. It's a very, very useful thing where you can basically prevent any combat in your gravity well. Go ahead and blow that planet up nice and slowly. And we will build you a new armor patch kit. Right, more Gauss turrets over here to keep the enemy from trying to do any shenanigans. We'll also get a hangar defense. Yeah, these little Iconus guardians are trying to escape. That's okay. I think the next thing that we want to research is fuel efficient deployment so we can get even more supply. So we'll go ahead and research that. And I'm going to come over to my capital, my ice planets, and upgrade their tech capability so I can get that 30% research bonus. Although I'm missing mining on Galatea. It'll take a very long time for us to blow these up, blow this planet up, but we don't need to kill it quickly. We did just get shields on our gunship corvettes, which is fantastic. That's going to give them a lot more effective health. It's 150 extra health, basically. It doesn't sound like a huge amount, but it's big. All right, I'm going to get myself a couple of trade ports over here. I will upgrade this logistics. Can't quite afford another trade port, but yeah, I've been slow to grow my economy, but I'm growing my economy through conquest right now, which is working pretty well for me. I am going to research trade ship sensors, so that I can see what my trade ships see as they travel throughout the universe. That gives you a bit of passive scouting. And then I'm also going to research light trade escorts, which will allow my factories to produce escorts for those trade ships. So my trade ships will basically create fleet out of nowhere, which is kind of the power of the TEC. It's all about mass, big fleet. So you can see the factory in this asteroid now is producing light ships. And these passive light ships, they can only move one jump away, but they will form a part of my defensive network that I plan to use. All right, I'm getting more trade ports up. It's 48 minutes into the game. It's our current status. I'm 7th in military power, which is good. And we do have the capability of going to the next tier of units. I will start getting myself some more units. Little old assembly drone. The planet is just about to be bombed into oblivion, and then we will be able to colonize it. Although I'm lacking volcanic colonization. I forgot to get that, so we'll go ahead and queue that up at the top of the queue. I probably should add more of my planets to the overview. There we go. We now have trade ship sensors, so we can see what my trade ships see. Oh wow, there's an empty derelict over here. That's very interesting. I imagine this system, however, is filled with enemies. Oh wow, no. Okay, my trade ships are just being chill. That's good, good, good. So we managed to take a world away from this guy, which is honestly huge. And so if we can continue that trend of stealing planets, and if we can get their desert planet, that would be big. But right now I need to convert as much of my economy. Ooh, we leveled up. I'm going to go for the mobile trade port. And that'll get me a little bit more money flowing in. Hostile forces have arrived in Galatea. Let's see if we can't jump that way. Well, you know what we'll do? We'll go on the offensive. Counter-offensive. Try to be defensive doesn't always work. Let's talk to Pranast United. We'll dump another Gauss cannon here. And we'll queue up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 autocannon turrets. Let's get defense level 1 and defense level 2. And then we'll build like an array of defenses. So like 2 autocannons, 2 Gauss, and 2 hangars will provide us with the defense in case they counterattack here. They have a really big supply, but my hope is that I can jump in here and maybe get them to defensively warp. All right, come on, jump, 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 jump. Jesus, that's 1,000 supply of ships. But we're going for their asteroid. And that should hopefully make them reconsider the situation. Yeah, they've decided to retreat, which is ideal, but it does mean we only have a certain amount of time. to get this stuff under control. Need to blow up that planet as soon as possible. Let's get as many of these Shrikens on the way as we can. This planet is being bombarded. A Gauss turret or two will do the job to buy us time. Yeah, the counterattacking is a great way to defend, especially if you can get the starbase down. But it'll take them a while to jump over, and we are shredding these buildings. And we can always retreat back to Nortia. Right. Things are concerning for me right now. I just need as much fleet throughput as possible coming from Lagaros, our capital. Pronast United, let's get another Gauss. And a hangar defense is good. Planet is under siege, but that's okay. They will be warping in here soon, which is worrisome. We did blow up that derelict, so we've done serious economic damage, and we do have a lot of supply in the pipeline on the way. I think they're starting to warp in now. No, just a seeker vessel, that's okay. Got defenses being reconstructed over here in Galatea. I'm curious about the potential for this to actually transition into a victory over this asteroid. Now, they're probably close to jumping in here, because they only have to jump to Phaera, then to Coronis, and then to Makino, and I don't really have enough power back here to hold them off long term. I will go for level 2 mining. I need to keep this volcanic world for sure, but the more we can bomb this, the better. I need to keep my fleet together in a big blob. Yeah, things have been a little bit chaotic. I've been trying to get them together. Galatea is looking okay. I have an unassailable fortress there. I'm going to grab an ice processing facility, plus a civic university, and 2 civilian research stations so we can get to tier 3 civilian tech. Just have as many ships as possible en route. We've got 541 supply, but 150 on the way, 40 in queue. Don't know if we can win this battle here. That will be coming up, but I'm going to give it my best shot. Let's grab advanced metallurgy for better armor, military grade specs for better weaponry, and ferro-uranite rounds for better weaponry as well. That will give me plus 10 armor from the advanced metallurgy, which will make my ships more resilient to damage. It'll also give me military grade specs and ferro-uranite rounds, which is a 15% damage increase on my autocannon weapons, which is the majority of the weapons on my fleet. We are slowly bombing this asteroid. Counterattacking is very, very powerful against the AI, is something that I have discovered, and I never developed the mining on this world. All right, geothermal smelter plus volcanic development will be good. We definitely want that metal income. Makino is about to break, which will allow me to set up some hangar defenses and stuff. Oh, here we go. Oh, no, it's just a seeker vessel. Okay, I was expecting like the battle to commence right there. All right, I'm going to research civilian tier 3. That'll give me plus 2 credit income. And also access to tier 3 civilian technology. And we're still in the process of trying to reinforce this fleet. All right, enemy colony dead. And then we're going to grab this asteroid. And then we're going to upgrade it so that we can absorb the money from it. Well, I'm worried about my battlecruiser being on his own out here. Definitely need to get more weapons around Galatea, but it's a matter of getting enough resources throughputting. I'm definitely going for the geothermal smelter. That'll give me a 25% surface mining rate in here, so I can get a lot more metal. I will also want to upgrade the volcanic development so I can get even more metal from Nortia. It's all about resource throughput. How much resources can I make and how quickly can I convert that into a fleet and or power on the battlefield? I'd really like to get a Sova carrier or something like that if I could. My Akan battlecruiser is leveled up. I'll take another level of mobile trade port, which will reinforce my economy even stronger. I'm a little bit worried about his survivability, so I'm going to go for the combat repair system, which will allow me to protect him. And I want more of these Kalev Gauss frigates so that I can not necessarily one-shot enemy large ships, but at least start tearing them down. We're up to 800 fleet supply on the way, and we did manage to get military research increased. I'm going to start investing in the defense of this system. No. I'm going to invest in the... Oh, shoot. Did I never research? I never researched cheaper orbital structures. That's actually a huge mistake. That's seriously cost me a lot of my economy over the last hour. I don't like that culture is spreading out from there. I'll grab a broadcast center from Marionis, and I will grab a military research orbit as well. The broadcast center will allow me to spread my culture from this ice world. So Nortia here will be a military manufactory. So I'm going to go for 2 light factories and a heavy factory, but it's going to take a little while before that'll really be a thing. Let's get mining level 2. Sorry, mining level 3, which give us even more metal from this planet, what we want. Okay, thinking I could maybe go for Namiro, although I would want Makino to have its defenses up, so I'll start building up the defenses. All right, military research complete. We've got the repair droids. Excellent. Let's get a secret weapons lab in here, and then in Nortia, we'll also get the military research base. And that will get us tier 3 military technology, and we'll be able to upgrade our garrisons to be able to supply twice as much garrison which is, remember, just free fleet supply that can reinforce all of our planets and battles and all that sort of stuff. Okay, I want commercial appropriation, which will allow any of my planets with a level 3 commerce development to spread my culture. And spreading my culture will get me more money and also potentially have negative effects on my enemies. Makino, level 2 defense. Let's get Argonev, plus some autocannons, plus a retrofit bay, plus a Gauss defense platform. So I want this to be like a giga muscle, an unbreakable muscle of defense while I backfill to break these planets here. I'm a little bit worried about the defense over here as well, actually, so I'm going to go ahead and drop another emergency Gauss platform. And I'm going to upgrade the defense of the Stratanev starbase in the Merionis. We have unlocked the combat repair system. Enemy empire has been destroyed. Looks like the orange player has been killed. I am going to grab you and build the combat repair system. It'll take a few minutes, but this will allow you to regenerate hull in battle and also give you a burst heal on your hull, which is fantastic. Chilling here while we build up unassailable defenses in Makino. Yeah, I mean, we're spending our money as fast as we can, but I don't know if it's a efficient spending, right? I don't know if we're spending it in a way that makes us actually more powerful than our enemies. It's kind of an unknown thing. In here, I'm going to grab myself 10 scout corvettes to kind of just fire off scouts all around the galaxy. I would really like to get this asteroid too, because that would open up a back path to these planets while I have this unassailable muscle here. We're in the middle of building Defensive Overhaul 1. I think Defensive Overhaul 2 is the play. Make this thing just unkillable. So I think I can leave this system to its devices now and prepare to jump and take another asteroid. All right, let's go to Military Tier 3. That's going to open up some new abilities and situations for us if we can do that. I'm going to build a garrison recruitment center on Nortia because I am building a manufacturing facility in Nortia. And I'm going for their Nimiro asteroid. Kind of managed to cut off their empire, which felt great. There is a starbase right there. That's spooky. So I'm not sure what it's shooting at. It might be my battle cruiser. But it is protecting the planet. Its shields are falling pretty quick. Ooh, a bastion module. Oh, max hull points and max armor. I'll bid 4 times on that. That would make a starbase very, very hard to break. I'm gonna pull you back a little bit. You're taking a little bit too much damage for my liking. Yeah, these laser defense platforms are going down, which is good. Because they have been shredding my cap ship here. But that's okay. It is regenerating hull because it has the combat repair system. It allows it to regenerate hull in battle. Oh my god, I bid 4 and didn't get it. That feels bad. We do see that the red player has taken these systems, so I'm very carefully expanding and trying to get control of the world. I'm going to grab a commerce income in here. I think we just finished the free culture ability. Let's get mining and research rate. Let me double check. I've got all our basic extraction going. We haven't maxed out our logistics yet, but that's okay. All right, nice. We took out a nice base. I do want some siege frigates for this fleet. I think like a handful of siege frigates would do a lot of work, so I'm just going to grab 5. It would just make killing these planets a lot easier, a lot faster. Now, Tier 3 civilian research. Important things that I might want to get my hands on. Larger cargo holds will increase my trade amount by 25%. I've kind of had to focus on a few different things. Rapid development is great for the development of my planets, as is catastrophe recovery, being able to recover health faster. Basically means any planets we colonize also recover faster. We definitely need to get to a higher fleet supply number, so I think a few robotics cruisers would not go amiss. Now, in Nortia, okay, we're working on things in here. Okay, the market demand for metal has increased, and I think it would be worth it for us to increase our advanced supply, because that's going to be 50% more fleet supply. But I think it would be more important for me to get garrison expansion and get my network of garrisons up and running. So like this asteroid here, Karuna, I'm going to build a garrison recruitment center alongside a light factory and a heavy factory. And the idea here is when I research heavy garrison, my garrisons will be able to also produce heavy ships, and that way my asteroids basically become unassailable. Sort of like there's 250 fleet supply here, 250 fleet supply here that can reinforce either of these 2 planets, and it basically makes me, if you want to kill me, you have to fight a lot of shit, and meanwhile you also have to fight my fleet. So Nordia has its garrison recruitment center. I'm going to set it to defensive roam, so it'll protect allied systems nearby. Looking pretty good here, I would say. I'm going to grab hardened defenses for my military structures to have more hull and armor points. I'm also going to get titano ferric plating, which is going to increase the armor of all of my ships. Those things will take a while to research. Let's see, who can we increase our relationship with? Go ahead and get more friendship with people. Civilian research complete. We got huge cargo holds, which will mean we have a lot more credit income, which is great. We've got our culture establishing across the galaxy, which is fantastic as well. Now, Nortia is a volcanic planet. I'm going to upgrade its logistics. This could be a good place to build a Titan foundry. Don't necessarily know if that's what we want to do with here, but I will build a single trade port here, and then that will leave enough civilian. Well, no. We build some more factories. We need unit production in this area. Now, I'm going to grab myself a Dunov battle cruiser to act as a support ship. We got the asteroid. Let's go commerce, mining, defense. Let's see, I think tier 4 economy might be good for me here. So I'm going to research. I'm going to get experimental economics lab here and an experimental economics lab here. And then I'll probably queue up a couple of garrisons while these places can build their own fleets to reinforce each other to become an unassailable muscle while we turn and think and pivot and look for our next direction. Okay, my capital is vulnerable. Quickly pop in there. Argonev Starbase. Get all that stuff building. I do have the garrisons, the nearby garrisons. That will help a lot, but my capital will also need its own garrison. I've got so much Endurium being built. But yeah, I need to just spam defenses in here. If their fleet is over here, I can trigger them to retreat by attacking this. All right, nice. So there's the garrison expansion. All of the garrisons across my empire will start to build larger fleets, which is great. Let's take a... Well, we don't want to go on that just yet. What we definitely need is... Oh my god, did I never reach Sidar? Oh my god, I can't believe. I don't know where my enemies are jumping. They're jumping to my capital right now. Yeah, I need to jump into their systems to try and get them to retreat. In fact, I need to go straight for their capital. They are already jumping. But we'll go for their capital. It'll be fine. Emergency Gauss turrets will come online. Yeah, you're attacking our planet. That's okay. So here comes the garrison fleets. That's going to stream in constant defensive units. We're going for their capital, and we're going to try to blow up their planet. Now, I'm wondering, will that trigger them to retreat? It will. Perfect. Awesome. Okay, so the gamble worked. The counterattack. Their fighter wings are engaging our fighter wings. Our bomber wings are getting prepared to attack them. Ah, they have a planetary shield array. All right, let's use our bombers to take out their hangar defenses. That's going to be the most annoying thing to deal with. All right, so we're shredding its health really fast. I'm going to grab my Shuriken gunships and go for these laser defense platforms. Yes, I know your shields are down. That's okay. I need military research to expand our fleet supply, so that will work for me. It's great. Yeah, I'm so glad we managed to pull them out of this nonsense that they were trying to go for us here. We might not kill this trade port. That's okay, though. Or this starbase. Dunov battlecruiser. Go ahead and get energy transfer. Although we also want the combat repair computer. The Dunov battlecruiser's shields are down. That's okay. I've lost a lot of Shuriken gunship corvettes, but we can reinforce those very quickly. In terms of civilian research, yeah, we're a little bit light on. Okay, let's retreat. We need to get the hell out of there. The enemy fleet is here. So we're going to fall back to the Argonev. We pulled them off our homeworld. Mission accomplished. So how much fleet supply are they jumping in here with? 600-ish. You know what? We might be able to fight them over here. The edge of the gravity well. Well, let's try it. Let's build as much as we can to reinforce and see how it goes. I mean, we're up against a big fleet, but... Wait, where are my strike craft? Ah, okay. Hold on. Launch all strike craft. We want to sit at the edge of the gravity well if we can. Alright, combat unfolding now. So hopefully by them streaming in one by one, we will be able to fight them and defeat them in detail. Dunov battlecruiser is leveled up. We'll grab that magnetic singularity ability. Let's grab that targeting array so my ships can have longer range. How is the battle actually going for us? I cannot tell. It doesn't look like it's going amazingly. Let's see if I can get my Gauss frigates. You need to fall back. You're getting focused. Now I have my Gauss frigates focus firing on this Revelation battle cruiser. And he's having a very much so not a good day. Things are looking kind of okay for us as far as I can tell. This guy's completely getting goused down is what we want to see. Yes, I know your shields are down, but that's okay. We're down to 700 supply, they're down to 800. We killed a capital ship. Where's my next group of Gauss frigates? Yeah, take on that capital ship right there. We do have a stream of corvettes coming. My thought is they are cheap and they're built quickly, and that will help us quite a bit. There's just an absolute murder of ships fighting each other over there. Alright, we need this guy to get goused. He is slowly getting goused. My Akan battlecruiser's doing okay. Capital ship is starting to break. We are slowly getting whittled, and we are not whittling. I'm going to pop armistice and then retreat to my asteroid. To retreat to my asteroid base. I think I need more Garda flak frigates to take out enemy strike craft. I think that's what we're struggling with. And then if we're going to be building those Garda Mark IIs, I will need those Garda Mark IIs to have a light autocannon so they can actually participate in the battles. When you got a lot of stuff being thrown at you. All right, let's build some garrison recruitment centers. We'll build a garrison recruitment center in Makino. In terms of economic technology, that was a very long and very grindy battle. I think the Gauss frigates are key to taking out the enemy capital ships. That has actually been really helpful. I would like some more of those. It also might be good for me to get better frontliners, like the Harka heavy cruiser. My front line kind of collapsed a little bit. God, I would love to get this Endurium stockpile. It would make my life so much easier when it comes to building things like garrison recruitment centers. All right, so they're attacking over here again. I'll attack their capital again. That's how that works. If you attack my world, I attack yours. I will let this battle unfold for a little bit, though, because this is a great way for me to get attrition damage on them for, well, not for free, but, like, just letting these things do their job, right? What's their job? Their job is to attack and fight. I appreciate them continuing to fight, even though they're getting their ass handed to them by these free garrison units that I have. This is the power of the TEC. They're very, very hard. Once they get established, they're very, very hard to actually break their worlds. And this is what we like to see. We like to see all these free... These are all ships that were created for free by my economy to protect us. Let's go ahead and make sure all of our defense garrisons are set to defensive Rome. I just like a constant stream. Free units are coming in here. I definitely think it would be good for us to get the heavy garrison. That'd be a nice pickup. I'm going to put that to the top of the queue. And then in this heavy factory, I think it would be kind of cool if I could have a coal battleship that was just like fighting and leveling up over here. Although the Akan battlecruiser is a really good support ship, actually. So I'm going to hold down Alt, which will, the second that I have all the resources that I need to build this, it will auto, like, sell, buy, etc. Another enemy has died on the map. Okay, so now we're just lacking the metal. And boom, we're going to build an Akan battlecruiser over here to act as a guardian, protecting this this gravity well. So how much fleet power do they have in here? They have 250 or 260 fleet power. So I'm going to let some of it die. Now, I can actually command these, by the way. I can be like, hey, kill this thing. Don't let him get out of here. No, I can tell these guys what to do, but I'm just going to let them fight their own battles. The Garda Mark II is ready, which I'm delighted about. It increases the power of the Garda by quite a lot, actually, giving it a light autocannon, which allows it to fight sort of down. arguably makes it counter both the Shuriken gunship corvette and the Garda Flak, or sorry, and the Cobalt light frigate. One thing that I hate is that for some reason the game doesn't like distribute the recruitment commands. Like, it would be so much faster if this lava planet was helping recruit these ships in here, but just for some reason the game just doesn't do it. It's very, 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 very annoying. It's kind of a stain on the auto recruitment feature. I'm going to build it on auxiliary hangar in the Harassus Argonaut starbase here, because it's actually not participating in the battle as it currently stands. Frontier Adaptation Lab. That would be amazing if we could get it. I don't think we will be able to. The Psi Order Zealots have built a Titan, which is terrifying. Okay, they've wasted a whole bunch of units fighting me there. So let's see if we can take on their capital this time. This time we have a lot more ships. I think whatever the calculation is that tells it to use like further away factories is just like not particularly good. It like doesn't kick in fast enough in my opinion. Yeah, I'm going to be mass recruiting Cobalt light frigates to refill my fleet here. Oh, damn. Well, this is an interesting moment. Where we jumped in on top of an enemy fleet and are completely obliterating them. And then they're jumping into my heavily defended starbase. That will hopefully counter-obliterate them. That was perfectly timed serendipity to cause maximal chaos. I couldn't have tried to do that. Oh man, their motherships are going to go down. Let's retreat our carriers to the back of the battle. We want to focus fire our Gauss frigates onto single targets. Shields are down, that's fine. Yes, I know your shields are down, Akan battlecruiser. We are working on it. Okay? It is happening. Okay, one enemy ship has been obliterated. Things are happening. I don't like that your armor is down, so I'm going to try to retreat you to the back line. Alright, where are these Gauss frigates? Progenitor mothership is getting Gaussed now. Don't let that shield restore go through. Oh, it will go through, unfortunately. Yeah, I know your armor is down. Okay, we're working on it. God, this thing is so impossible. Like, these motherships are so impossibly tanky, even against the ships that are designed to kill them. Come on, Gauss boy, kill him. Let Armistice. Jump in formation. Okay, I really don't understand why I failed there. Look, there's way too much stuff queued up at this asteroid, and this planet over here isn't being... That's something I would really like the developers to work on, is like that sort of thing is a little frustrating. Also, where are their bombers coming from? That's something I really need to understand. Like, where are all these bombers coming from? Surely my flak frigates should be like sweeping the skies of these bombers. Alright, we're just waiting for the siege frigate to get here so that we can jump. Okay, I want to give Nortia a rally point. You don't want a rally point? Okay, Nortia just does not want a rally point, which I don't really understand. Okay, it's actually working. It's just like not showing up properly. That's fine. Yeah, so I'm just going to spam out Garda flak frigates so that I can have carrier superiority. All right, they're invading my capital again, which is fine. We're caught in a bit of a stalemate here, I think. All right, let's get advanced repair droids, frigate shield refits, improved shield arrays. and then get up to 1,500 fleet capacity before we attack again. Oh yeah, the Akan battlecruisers over here. Oh yeah, scoop up all that experience, good sir. Give those ships the aura. I'm going to take the targeting range aura to give my ships extra range. This is the home defense fleet whose job it is to gather the experience that these guys generate. I think it's time that I started making some Harka heavy cruisers. Although for now I'm going to remax with Garda flak frigates. I really need to kill this guy and take his land. Wait, did no one take Leah? Huh, interesting. But if I can win this fight, it would really open up the situation for me on the battlefield. I'm kind of grinding my head against them a little bit here. Mostly because I'm kind of stuck on mid to low tech. Alright, we've got a ton of ships coming now from Nortia to reinforce this fleet. It won't be too long until it's built up. I think most of my planets are kind of pretty well built up, all things considered. They still are trying to fight me in here, which is their right. If they want to fight me here, they are more than welcome to try. But my power is the fact that I have a overwhelming amount of passive defense. Yes, I know your shields are down, but you should be getting repaired by this thing. And then the overwhelming number of troops coming in here should be farming you experience as you give them attack speed boosts. Alright, let's have a look. We got 137 fleet supply. How much is left in the construction queue over here? Not much. I think now is the time to jump. Let's do it. We're ready. Interesting that my my trade fleets are going through here. Love it. This time I need to win this battle. I can't back down.
Military research needed to expand our fleet supply. Our fleet is under attack.
Okay. God damn it.
Reporting in. Where do you need me?
All right, we are engaged with the enemy.
Hostile forces have arrived. A temporary ceasefire. Back to the fight. A temporary ceasefire.
Let me move my Garda screening frigates around. Let me move my Garda frigates over here to the left where they can sweep away the enemy strike craft is the dream, is the hope.
We are entertaining offers. Ready to swap supplies. Will do, command. Ready to swap supplies.
Alright, enemy ship is going down. Do you have a garrison? You do. I'm going to set the Makino garrison to offensive roam, so they will actually jump in here and assist us. Yeah, I know your shields are down. We're working on it.
Military research complete. What's the plan? Who needs air support?
Where are my Gauss frigates? What are you shooting at? No, don't do that. We need you... kill this Revelation battlecruiser, and then I need you, Nortia, to set this as your... I need you to set the... Where's the Akan battlecruiser? Right there. I need you to set the Akan battlecruiser as your rally point. Our fleet supply is going down, but not as fast as theirs is. So I'm thinking 2 extra cruisers and a whole bunch of extra other stuff. Are the Garda flak frigates actually sort of helping? I don't know. Let's see. Capital ship armor is down on the Ithaca, the Akan battlecruiser. I'm going to kind of move him over to the edge of the battle because he's taking a little bit too much noise. And then where's the other one? Should probably have the antimatter engine. That's okay. Let's pop that hull repair. Get your health back up. All right. Ship is down. Perfect. So how are they killing? Oh my god, they just have so many fighters. This is crazy. No matter how much Garda flak frigate I bring, I cannot sweep away their fighters. We've got a drone host here. So that's an enemy battlecruiser down. Let's get another one down.
How can I be of service? Redeploying purchase.
This is a truly insane level of strikecraft that they have. I really need the flak burst thing. It's a flak burst ability that will make it so that enemy ships will fear us. And we need this Revelation battlecruiser to go down. Drop your combat repair system and retreat slightly. Alright, we've broken his hull. He's crippled. Where is Nortia? How are we looking? Okay, we are beating them. We're beating them. We're beating them. It's huge. Let's keep building ships. Just need as many units as possible in here. It's like a huge epic battle just... shields are down on the Akan battlecruiser, that's understandable. The Dunov is still holding. More carrier cruisers have landed. God, the amount, like just the amount of Garda flak frigates that I have made, and yet still the enemy can just have so much. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take these 3 planets, boop, boop, boop. I'm going to press Control 3, add them to a control group, and then right-click on this Akan battlecruiser, and then hopefully, as I spam Garda flak frigates to reinforce, things will work. Because I don't know why I'm not... Surely I should be beating... This is so much flak. This is so much flak. Like, surely I should be beating. You know what I mean? Let's get to work on the flak burst. What are my Gauss guys working on? Yeah, I thought we had crippled him. I think he keeps getting repaired or something. Drone host. They have 24 fighters? Holy crap. Jesus. I need to select my carrier cruisers. I'm going to get myself a Sova carrier to support this fleet as well. Take a while though. Oh yes, huge. We're capturing another derelict. Shall be added to our control. Big if true. We're whittling them down. They're down to 300 supply. We have 900. I've got so many ships in construction across a variety of planets. We're reinforcing. Oh, I think they're retreating now. We need to kill those drone hosts. They just have so many ships. God, that is so many fighters. Hold on, let me just... Listen. Carrier cruisers. Okay, apparently we need air superiority to do anything anymore. So you guys should just be making fighters. I'm going to try and get localized superiority here on the west side to protect my carrier cruisers with my Garda flak frigates. I don't even know if that's going to help. My Dunov battlecruiser is leveled up. This ship definitely needs the antimatter engine to increase its antimatter capacity. But we are slowly winning, I feel like. I guess we could level up colonization. I think my Ithaca has reached max level, which is awesome. I think more than anything, we are going to need LRM cruisers to break this Transcensia starbase. I want them on hold position right there. We're finally starting to get the fighters in the air. I mean, their fighters are crazy good. What are they? 65 hull points. Alright, hold position will do a lot of work for us. And we're slowly getting fighter superiority. Even, man, okay. I have learned the power of fighters. Let me tell you. I'm going to grab... So Galatea, I'm actually going to get rid of the unassailable fortress. And I'm going to build a media conglomerate here. I'm going to kill the trade ports and replace them with broadcast centers because I need the influence, the maximum influence. And so by building a media conglomerate, I will get +1 influence per broadcast center. I'm also going to get rid of the civic university and replace it with the regional government office, which will allow me to get 2 more broadcast centers. So that'll be perfect. All right, let's kill these drone hosts and then we're going to go in on the starbase. Yeah, we're going to need a lot of LRM cruisers to deal with this. Although, we have it coming now. I'm going to grab recharger droids so that my Hoshiko robotics cruisers can recharge energy. Yeah, I know your shields are down. You're fine so far, okay? You're fine. I want to research better weapons. That's another 10% damage increase. I'm going to have faster Gauss weapon reloads. And 10% missile damage would be nice as well. We're finally able to get to some of these like basic researches that have been hanging around for a very long time that we just haven't been able to click on because we have to spend so much of our money on remaxing and building a fleet and winning this fight. But we have broken the backs of our enemy. And we're going to claim this desert world for ourselves. Which is great, because we'll be able to use this as a research hub to get to Civilian 4 and Military 4, ideally. Plus, that means this player will die. Okay, the Hand of Illust was built at Titan. Oh, that's the Eradicate Titan. It's an interesting choice to leave the system with that. All right, the missile volleys are doing work, as are the Gauss volleys. The High Pierce is slowly but surely breaking it. My Sova Carrier has arrived. We need the Starbase to die before it gets another shield burst. Yeah, I know your shields are down, that's fine. Good God, these things can tank forever. They're genuinely amazing. I think it's time that we upgraded our research on our planets, and so we can actually finish off some of these late game research techs without it taking half a decade. All right, we just need to break another like 3,000 hull, and then they won't be able to get shield restore bursts anymore because it'll be disabled into its disabled hull. This thing can tank forever, bro. And we need this thing down so we can actually blow up the planet. I'll bring another 4 or 5 siege frigates. God damn, these things take a long time to destroy. Let's upgrade the research rate on Nortia again. We want to be able to get a lot of research rate because we have a lot of techs queued up and they're going to take a while. So we need to churn our way through them. Nice. Okay, we managed to take out the Transcensia Starbase and 2 of our ships have leveled up. EMP charge and the mobile Corvette factory will be handy. Make sure there's no like ships laying around somewhere that aren't. Whew, took us a long time to break this. I think this is when we're going to start looking to build our Titans. All right, you leveled up again. Go ahead and take that mass production ability. Get that ship build time. I think ship build time works for. Oh, you're way too far forward to be this brave. You need to get that combat repair system. I wouldn't mind grabbing that Kalinite. I'm going to spend the influence to grab it. We have so much influence. We're getting 1 influence per minute. We have a potential of 10. So 8 blue be great. Yeah, I know your shields are down. You're good. Now, this planet is going to take a long time to break. So I'm going to need like 4 more siege frigates. Possibly even a Marza Dreadnought to take it on. So who's dead? 2 players are dead. And I'm about to kill a 3rd. Which is really nice because it's going to open up so many options for me. My bid was insufficient. I bid 10 influence. That's crazy. That's insane. That feels crazy to me. All right, over in Marionis, way over here, we're going to build a better class of defense. I'm going to grab compartmentalization to make it cheaper to upgrade my star bases. My research rate is just so slow. I've been so caught in these like difficult battles for so long, trying to grind down this player's fleets. Where are you going? Like, it's a really, really fun game, but I think there's like certain aspects of like things that I just don't fully understand or haven't quite got the hang of. So, you know, you get a little frustrated with games occasionally. But I think these swarms of fighters have given me sort of strikecraft superiority. I mean, maybe I misclicked or something. I don't know why my fleet started to walk that way. But yeah, this has been a lot slower of a game than I've played like When I played on slightly lower difficulty, I had a Titan by now, okay? But I've had to grind my way through the economy of my enemies. We are going to need to be able to colonize a desert planet, so I'll go for desert colonization, desert development, and desert mercantile mandate. I have a bunch of technology queued up, like desert colonization and development. I've also got fortification specialists, which will make defense cheaper to build. Counter deployment will make me build ships faster if enemies are in my well. Orbital structures will build 25% faster. I'll be able to build Harka heavy escorts for my trade ships. Labor negotiations will make it so that I build ships faster across my entire empire. And then the commercial district will also give us a 10% credit income rate on planets that we build it on, while making it also get more money for resources that we sell. We're scooping up a whole bunch of exotics from our planets, and Coronis is going to fall. Now this has a data archive. Oh man, that would have been so nice to get. They are counterattacking in our capital as far as I can tell, the Hand of Illus, and they're probably bringing the Ankyllon Titan with them. But we have a pretty big, I wouldn't say overwhelming, but we have a huge fleet defensively here. It might not be able to prevent them from killing us, but it might do something. Especially since their capital is about to die, so their ships will lose the ability to get orders. All right, perfect. We have erased the planet, and now we have it, and we get that 150% research rate boost. That's big. Let's start developing this planet. Beautiful. So we're developing this desert planet as we speak, and I think we want to make it into just a tech world generally. So I'm going to prioritize logistics, and I'm going to get myself just an enormous amount of technology. So let's go Civic University plus 1, 2, 3, 4 research stations. I will even build a couple trade ports. I will build a regional government office for even more money. Yeah, we'll keep this busy. And that will allow us to go to tier 4 economic technology. And tier 4 economic technology will allow us to have an even stronger economy. And then we'll start looking into how we can get to tier 4 military technology. But it'll probably involve capturing some of these remnant worlds that are left around here. I want to plunk down an Argoniv starbase in here if I can. So we've got an Argoniv here that is going to be acting as the central pillar of the defenses of this desert world when the time comes. I'm going to capture the asteroid Jacobi because this will be a great spot for me to build up a bit of power. I'm also going to queue up 5 more Endurium. Oh my god, Transcensia starbase. How much defense does it have? Okay, it doesn't have that much defenses, which is great. So it should die a lot faster than the other one. Just because your shields are down doesn't mean you're done for. You're going to be fine. Oh, look at that missile volley striking. It's a beautiful thing. All right, let me see if I can get this garrison. Oh, can I select the garrison fleet and then send them in here to take this out? We definitely want a garrison center on Coronis, so we'll start queuing that up. We've got our heavy trade escorts now, so we will get the Harka heavy cruisers traversing our trading lanes. We're going to colonize the asteroid Jacobi. Make sure that we build it up. We're going to want an Argoniv starbase and a variety of other defenses. I'm also going to want a secret weapons lab and a garrison in here. A trade port plus some ship construction capability to fill the garrison out. Make sure that that garrison is set to defensive Rome. And then this will form sort of part of like establishing and controlling the territory nearby. I definitely want this ice world because this would help unify my territory. Right, the Resida sect is kind of threatening my western border, which makes me concerned. So I'm going to research starbase beams and starbase missile launchers so that I can build these in here. Starbase beams and starbase missile launchers are on way now, and that'll make this Argoniv a lot stronger. We are also going to want the planetary shield array if we can get it. It basically prevents you from being able to kill planets without killing the starbase. Let's have a look at the market. Okay, metal is super cheap and crystal is super cheap, so that's good. A secret weapons lab is on the way. Awesome. I'm going to ask the Jiskun Expeditionary Force for access to their scouts so I can kind of see what's happening in here. It looks like there's a huge battle happening between the AI. Our job is to try to hold our little sector over here and keep our stuff going. Tier 4 civilian technology. We have a few choices we can go for. We're definitely going for immense cargo holds for another 25% trade income. And I'm also going to go ahead and grab the War Measures Act is really good when you start losing fleets. But it is good to get early because as we lose... Ooh, I don't like that. Not they're jumping this way to maybe potentially go here. I don't like how that's unfolding. It's okay though. Let's keep making Endurium. It's like the most important thing. I do like seeing my fleets. My little... garrison fleets floating around, protecting ships and doing their job. The Harka heavy cruisers. Got a big guy coming this way. We're going to need a Argoniv starbase alongside some other resources in here. You're on defensive Rome. You're on defensive... No, you're on offensive Rome. Set you back to defensive Rome. Hopefully we can take these guys out. You have leveled up. Go ahead and go for rapid manufacturing. Pop out some bonus strike craft for yourself there. Do a little work on it. We got the ice world under control. Let's start raising up the defense. I'm a little bit concerned about the potential for an invasion through Chodas. Can I get enough? Can't get enough military research. Oh. We are under attack here, but I think they will back up upon seeing the battle that's unfolding. Argoniv starbase. Boop, boop, boop. No armor, you won't last long. What do you mean? You got combat repair systems, you're good. Just pull you back because you're taking a little bit too much damage. Yeah, they're intercepting my trade fleets, which I don't like, because they are going to generate a bunch of money from killing them. Okay, I want to get reputation level 4 with the Vidorak Transport Cabal, because I really want phase gates. Alright, this is definitely going to be a military base. Let's go ahead and start a military research base with 1, 2, 3, 4 military research stations. We can instantly get to tier 4 tech and go straight for the Ankylon Titan. But in order to do that, we need Quarnium forging. So I'll get Quarnium forging and then go for the Ankylon Titans. That'll take some time. We need planet level 10. So let me just get 3 more levels. We're going to build the regional government office. That's what we needed the planet level 10 for. We'll build a Titan foundry in here, plus a pair of exotic refineries to keep things going. I'm going to chat to the Aluxian Resurgence and put a Aluxian economic advisor here to make all that kind of happen a little bit faster once we actually start refining. I'm very, very concerned about the situation. Things could get out of hand and I could lose very quickly. So I will be deploying a phase gate in this system. All right, we have a ton of defenses on the way over here. We have a Titan Foundry, we have an Argonef Starbase. I am going to have to chill here for a minute while we play it safe. I think these guys are going to be distracted for a good while, which might give me time to actually get the Argonef Starbase up here. The big thing that we're lacking is the Endurium. Ooh, Frontier Adaptation Lab. Would love to get that, but I don't think I can, unfortunately. We are catching the Transcensia wreckage, though. That'll give us a nice boost to Endurium as well. Our biggest problem right now is time and the ability to refine Endurium. I'm scared that if I leave the sector or the sector of space, we'll get attacked by these guys because they're looking like they're coming into Ekamon. So I'm being pushed on 2 directions, which does not feel good, but this is where the garrison fleets really start to shine. I'm going to drop the ice processing. Oh, God, no, this has so much crystal. And I don't think I can afford to drop the media conglomerate because I need that to get 10 influence. It's fine. We're fine. Okay, big old galaxy with a big old scary situation. Let's survey more of our planets. We might find some unique abilities as well as some strategics that'll be useful. Oof. All right, Argonef Starbases are starting to finish around my empire, which is great, meaning our defenses are going to be a lot more robust. But the big problem we have is a bottleneck on strategic refinement. Man, if we could conquer all the way to Vargas over here, that would be huge. But in order to do that, I am going to need a Titan. There's no way we can push any further. We have managed to muscle our way into a tiny corner of the galaxy, barely holding off our enemies. So I think now is where I'm going to start doing sort of exhaustive technology research, just making sure I have everything unlocked in terms of options. All right, all my planets are fully upgraded. They have their defenses. Those garrisons are huge. Network of fast response fleets. Would love to steal this asteroid. Give me a nice location to continue to push, although I'm worried about the potential for being attacked from multiple directions. So I'm going to chill for a bit until we have our Titan and continue to just develop our defensive technology, defensive setup. Okay, beautiful. This Argonef Starbase now has both heavy beams and heavy missiles. Military tier 4 is coming. It's going to be really great if we can get that. It's going to unlock so much new potential for our empire. All right, I'm going to construct a phase gate in Nortia using the Vidarat Transport Cabal. This will allow me to basically jump between Nortia and Farah, effectively making these systems adjacent to each other. It's very powerful, very useful. Military Tier 4 technology is researched. We're working on the Yankulon Titan research, and the Titan will soon be under construction, although we do need supply-based research to be researched next. So we are going to go for interstellar supply lines to get that final 500 supply. It'll be expensive, but we will get it underway. And then, at long last, we'll be able to build the Titan, which takes up 150 supply all by itself. And it is incredibly powerful, like super excited to try it out. They're basically like your superhero ships. They're like the ultimate, the pinnacle of ship design. Right, a lot of military research and a lot of construction is underway. But our economy isn't quite as unstoppable as we would like it to be. So I've managed to get to level 4, influence with the Eluxian Resurgence, which will allow me to access their exotic vault. I'll be able to print, basically turn influence into exotic resources, which is an incredibly powerful ability. It has been a long time for me to get to this point where I'm actually, you know, I'm starting to wonder if I can actually take on these guys. I'm wondering if I might be able to defeat the hardest difficulty in the game. I've never beaten this, by the way. I just want to be clear. I have never been able to make this work. I have played this game for like 60 hours and never been able to beat the AI on the hardest difficulty. And here we are, potentially being able to make that like happen. I can't believe it, dude. Genuinely. I'm like, I spent 12 hours yesterday trying to beat this, and I'm doing it. I think I've more or less researched all of the tier 4 civilian research that I care about at the moment. The rest of it is stuff to do with colonization. I suppose you could make the Terran Mercantile Mandate worthwhile picking up. 25% extra commercial credits from Terran planets seems like it's a pretty reasonable pickup here, even though we're super deep into the late game. It is only going to get deeper. All right, Titan is under construction. Here she goes. I don't know how close it is. It's about halfway finished. Lovely. Oh, the Eluxian Resurgence has been murdered. Damn, okay, so I won't be printing any strategic resources off them anytime soon. I'm going to put a phase gate in my capital, make it easier to reinforce there. I don't like that these guys are jumping on defensive Rome. It's kind of an interesting choice. Oh, here we go, the Yankulon Titan. Dude, it's about to be finished. I have fought so long and so hard to be able to build this thing. Oh, it's like turrets are like floating off the edge. I guess it's not finished, so it is going to look a little weird. Dude, here we are. Welcome. So the super powerful part of the Titan is like it's got crazy health, okay? It's a starbase. It's a moving starbase. Now it also has a disruption matrix. In friendly gravity wells, it does 100 damage per second in a 9,000 radius. It does less. It does a smaller radius in neutral or enemy gravity wells. We've also got Furious Defense here, which gives 20% damage and 100 hull regeneration per second. They've got Shield Surge, which restores shields to itself and allies in the area. Now, in order to properly support these fleets, we're going to need a lot of Hashiko robotics cruisers and Dunov battle cruisers, but the Hashikos especially, because they will provide the repair droids and the recharger droids that will make this ship really powerful. Now, in addition to that, we need to look into developing some extra weaponry for our Titan. So if we look at the Titan right now, it just has 16 medium autocannons and 18 PD autocannons. What we really want are to slap as many weapons in here as possible. So for example, we could get the auxiliary hangar, which would be 12 squadron bays, and the Ankulon beams, which would be 8 heavy beams. We could get the Ankulon missile batteries, which would be 12 heavy missile batteries. And I believe there is a military technology research that gives it like Gauss cannons, although I might be misremembering that. I just remember it deleted stuff on me. It might have been another Titan that had like a bunch of Gauss weapons, but I don't remember. But yeah, in my opinion, the best way to build this kind of ship is it's like extra armor plating, extra armor plating, extra armor plating. You get all 3 of these, makes this thing just like unbreakable, right? You've got a total of plus 60 armor. Then you put a reactive armor on that for another plus 20. And then I reckon like an auxiliary hangar plus Ankulon beams plus the Ankulon missile batteries. And then either you can go back for the combat repair system if you want that burst hull regeneration. But at that point, like if your Hashiko cruisers can't repair it, you're in trouble. You might be better off going for something like the antimatter engine. So to make sure that this thing just has a huge amount of antimatter to be able to spend its abilities. So I'm going to go for antimatter engine, extra armor plating, extra armor plating, extra armor plating. So this thing is going to be super, super hard to kill. I'm also going to get reactive armor. So this thing just has a ridiculous amount of armor. Then, well, I need to let time pass a little bit here, but yeah. We will be setting off this Giga Crusade fleet in the not too distant future. And I think I'm going to crusade towards the center of the galaxy because there's richer worlds in here, and I think that'll be interesting to get control of those and finally actually take the fight to the enemy for once instead of constantly being on the back foot. I'm finally going to conquer this goddamn galaxy. Or, well, it's not a galaxy, it's a star system. I think we should take the Shield Surge will keep a lot of our ships alive for a lot longer, so I'm going to go ahead and take that. In addition, I'm going to get started on the reactive armor. This will give me another 20 armor strength, and armor strength is kind of unique in that nothing counters armor strength. And if you are healing a unit with really high armor, it's just even harder to kill. Because basically what this means is this ship has 185% more health on armor than you would think that health would represent. Or in other words, people do 1/3 the damage to their armor, which means if I heal 10 health, I'm actually healing 30 health. So a Hashiko cruiser healing this bad boy can make him really healthy. So stacking armor is really, really powerful. It makes you real tanky. I think basically how it works is 1% armor gives you 1% effective HP. I don't know if we need the auxiliary hangar. It is cool to get 6 carriers worth of strike craft. But what if we want the rapid autoloader? No, we'll think about it. All right, so we're going to queue up the Ankulon beams, the Ankulon missile batteries, and then the final point, I'm not sure what I want to go for. You know what? I'll go for the auxiliary hangar. It gives you a lot of ship power. Okay, my Marza Dreadnought, I'm going to level up. And I'm also going to go ahead and grab the missile guidance computer, which will give us a missile damage aura. All right, let's check in on our capital, because I don't remember if I've fully built the defenses here. No, I haven't. I don't think we need the unassailable fortress anymore, though. So I'm going to drop that. And instead, I think I'm going to build the industrial complex, which will give us factory unit build time and make it cheaper to rebuild stuff over here. A 5% unit price reduction is like a force multiplier on the TEC economy. Oh my god. Look at this. Ankulon missile batteries. He's almost ready. We're almost ready to take this. And it's going to have these little robotics cruiser attendants healing it, preparing it, keeping it healthy. We do need to check in on some of our star bases because I think some of them are missing the basic defenses. So grab just bare level defenses there. Military research en masse is happening. I would like to upgrade my rapid autoloader. Oh shit, that's actually so good. Well, now that I've just realized that rapid autoloader is so good, I'm going to put a rapid autoloader on my Titan rather than go for a strike craft. But yeah, I feel pretty safe that we can go ahead and jump in here and start conquering some planets. I am going to research heavy fallout, so my Krosov siege frigates do 20% more bombing damage. I will also research submission warheads for another 15% bombing damage, because killing planets is going to be important for me. And I'm going to go for extended range missiles for a 15% missile range boost. I'm going to upgrade defensive overhaul 3 on this planet. And I'm going to build more defenses, as was planned. And then the Argonav Starbase that protects the side of my empire. I'm actually going to replace the unassailable fortress, change my mind here, with a garrison recruitment center. And I'm going to build a construction bay plus a docking boom here that will help protect the garrison fleet. So the construction bay will allow this starbase to actually produce ships, and the docking booms will actually heal those ships. Oh shoot, we're under attack. My Ankulon Titan, oh, it's already... Now, my phase engines are disabled, which is concerning. So let's see how the battle shakes out. We're up against 2 guys. Are these guys allied? That's weird if they are. It's BS if they are. So the TDN Mobius is my... well, I don't really have the money for that. I don't have the metal for it. Okay, somebody leveled up. My Ankulon Titan leveled up. We'll take Furious Defense. It's the Starbase item from Pranas. Don't necessarily care about that. Ooh, phase space raid. Hell yeah. Yeah, this Transcensia Starbase is going to get ripped down real quick. I guess it doesn't really have that many it doesn't have much other than a planetary shield array, which I guess kind of makes sense as to why it's going to die really quick. Holy shit, the range on missile ships is actually crazy. So on my battleship, I definitely want a rapid autoloader. I want the reactive armor and the combat repair system as well to keep it alive. Then aside from that, I think the heavy Gauss slugs, because this thing has 2 Gauss cannons, getting the heavy Gauss slugs will allow this thing to just shred enemy vassals. So I'll start researching those. Mars of Dreadnought leveled up 2. Let them get to work. 1 Transcensia Starbase is down. I'm going to use my Ankulon Titan to capture the wreckage, ideally, so that I can farm a bit of experience on him. Right, somebody else built a Titan. Understandable. Okay, Vitaris has been taken. Let's go to defenses, make sure we build up everything. Fully redeveloped asteroid. We're going to grab a garrison recruitment. We want a ship construction bay of each type, plus a trade port to be able to provide. I will get a experimental economics lab and a Argonav Starbase with a whole bunch of defenses. So it'll take a little while, but this place will be built up and extended. Ah, lovely. Lots of level ups happening. So my Ankulon Titan is leveled up. I'm going to take the Disruption Matrix. It's an AoE damage ability. My TDN Bravik has leveled up. So we will grab the Deploy Missile Battery, I reckon. And the TDN Fenro has leveled up. We'll go for more trade port. The Mars of Dreadnought, like that concussion charge. I like that my garrison fleets are like trying to protect this zone right here. So I would love to capture this ice world. We are going to give it a go. All right, we're at a phase jump inhibitor once again. Shouldn't be a worry. I'm going to research advanced crew training so that any new capital ships that I train will start off at level 3. I'm also going to get tactical analysis for more ship kill experience. It's probably a good idea for me to get my Corvette max speed and the Ogrov torpedo cruiser unlocked. What is this? Deliverance engine. Is that like the culture bomb? I have no idea what that is. I remember there was like one faction that could like shoot culture across the map like a super weapon, and I always thought that was really cool. I loved seeing the stream of garrison frigates just like relentlessly coming here to distract these guys' fleet. Ooh, they have a Titan, and their Titan is very strangely built. So on this starbase, we are going to want high defenses with the planetary shield array, basic weaponry. That'll keep you busy for a while. We got Gauss weapon coils. That's going to give us a 15% Gauss weapon range increase. Very nice. And the question is, which direction do I think I should fight in? And I think I should try to take on this pink player that I've been sort of dunking on for the last few minutes. You know, why should you, if you're getting a relatively easy fight, why should you stop fighting that easy player He seems to be distracted by some other happening on the map, and I'm slowly just crawling across, gathering power from him. But I'm the only Enclave faction that is still alive now. So I'm the last independent, traders keeping the dream alive of a free galaxy. There is the Heavy Gauss Slugs weapon researched for the cold battleship. They have 2 Gauss cannons, which makes them very, very, very powerful. If I can show you this little bad boy in here. This guy here has 2 Gauss cannons, and by increasing the damage of those Gauss by double, combined with the 80% reduction in physical weapon reload. I think Gauss weapons count as physical weapons. I'm not entirely sure. Basically, they'll be able to Gauss down stuff like crazy. All right, beautiful. We wiped out another enemy colony, which gives us access or gives us control of this ice world. Let's go ahead and build the planet up. We've got all the planet development stuff coming along. Naturally, we're going to want a starbase and some defenses. Right, we've got an array of defenses and an Argonev starbase coming. We'll get the planetary shield array to protect the planet on their Argonev. Interesting that they're kind of... Looks like there's a lot of fighting happening over the center. I reckon if I fight out over the flanks here, I think I can carve out like a bit of an empire in and among the other players. And I think that will work just fine. I'm not sure how to actually build this planet. I think I definitely want a garrison recruitment center, because that's just where a lot of my empire, like my faction's power comes from. I may also build a regional government office to get extra civilian orbital slots, then go for like a civic university plus a bunch of civilian orbit slots to get this up, to get to civilian tech 5 tier. And then I guess I'll just add another light factory, another heavy factory to provide with, frontline reinforcement capabilities. But that will take a long time to build all that. But I do think that building all of that is worth it. The Argonev starbase around here will be getting 3 defensive overhauls plus weapons. Taking another planet. I want to pause at each planet just for a moment to lick my wounds, to give my planets a chance to actually build up their defenses. Otherwise, I've just invested a bunch of money and they're not going to get them. I'm going to go ahead and take the Disruption Matrix level 2. That basically doubles the amount of damage it does, so damage wins battles. So the Akan battlecruiser is very much so a support ship. I have a targeting array on it. I'm trying to think what else could be good to get on it. I mean, honestly, just getting reactive armor makes these ships a lot harder to kill. It has the flak burst, it has combat repair system, it has the targeting array. The Dunov battlecruiser is 100% a support ship, but every single one of my ships should have reactive armor to make them harder to kill. The Sova carrier is also a support ship. I'll get the reserve hangar bay, reactive armor, plus this thing is pretty energy hungry, so I'll get an antimatter engine so it can restore its antimatter. Another Akan battlecruiser. I guess I will get the flak burst. That's really useful. And the Marza Dreadnought is very energy hungry, if I remember correctly, so it would be nice to get an antimatter engine on it. So I'm just kind of queuing up all these ships to make sure that they have their modules. We're going up against a volcanic planet here, and it has already started firing its Disruption Matrix, doing damage in an AoE, although there doesn't seem to be anything around for it to do damage to, but I'm not going to complain about that. I do think that it shreds fighters, although I'm not sure that that actually hits fighters. Oh yeah, these Temples of Renewal, we're starting to sort of chomp away at our enemies. I'm going to begin researching civilian tier 5. This is going to give us access to some incredibly powerful technologies. One of the technologies down here is literally just pervasive economy. We steal 20% of all the other empires' income. That's definitely what we're going to go for, because I think having lots of money means the more money I have, the faster I can crusade across the galaxy, basically. So my battleship leveled up. I'm going to give it Fusillade to lower its weapon reload. Its weapon reload is like something absurd right now. It does a ridiculous amount of damage. The Transcensia starbase is going to be coming down. And I'm not bothering to manually control any of this stuff, because that's all stuff that, I don't need it. I do like that this huge array of garrison fleets are just constantly distracting the enemies in here. Big fan. I'm just not very good at the micro, so I why bother? I don't understand the game at a very high level, and I'm not particularly good at it, but I know the game enough to sort of eke out a scrape a victory against the hardest AI. Okay, the TDN Fenro now has the armistice ability. I'm going to go ahead and level that up, because it means I can have up to 2 minutes of armistice available to me if I so need. I'll use the invulnerability field within range rhythm of infernally gravity all the duration. So we can make our allied ships invulnerable if we get to level 6. So we just need to capture some more of these derelicts. The hostile forces have arrived at the ice planet. We're going to jump back here and get ready to fight. We'll bring our Titan to bear. Make sure this planet is under our control. Build as many defensive stuff as you can. So here comes the garrison fleets rallying to protect. The planet is protected against any potential actually kills, so they won't be able to kill the planet just yet. And we have a ton of passive garrison fleets. Oh wow, pirates have landed here too. Oh, that's just mean. Well, you know what? Two can play that game. I can launch a pirate. Those pillagers will try to bomb my planet. Naughty little pillagers. Thankfully though, our garrison fleets are incredibly powerful and fast at responding. Alright, here comes our fleet. Anquilon Titan's about to be in position to warp. Oh, I think they're leaving now. They realized their mistake. Do I chase them for that oceanic planet? You know what? I think I do. I think we punish them for their attack on me. These pirate fleets take a minute to kill. They will be done in a moment though. And we are gathering juicy experience from their corpses. Corpse experience. Oh, he's jumping in, you fool! You fool! What do you think you're going to achieve? You darned fool.
I'll never fail. Hostile forces have arrived. No enemy will get by us.
Oh! The moment when you realize you made a mistake. I should have had a phase jump inhibitor in here. That would have been sick. I think I am building one. It's just not finished yet. I'm going to go fight for that ocean world. Let's do it. I'm jumping in. Okay, every starbase needs to have a planetary shield array plus 3 defenses. That's like the minimum. And then I would also say like, hey, you should have starbase weapons. Oh, we don't care that you're here, because we're jumping in behind you. The warp fleet is on its way, baby. Let's turn off the UI and watch the battle unfold. What a gorgeous game. It's so beautiful. So here's the Anquilon Titan, just bristling with weaponry. Now I'm expecting them to warp back to us at some point. Kind of confused as to why they're not. Interesting choice if they think they can win this fight. I'm going to go for docking booms plus construction bays. The docking booms will allow me to heal ships in the area in an AoE. And also the construction bays will allow it to also contribute to the garrison fleet. The biggest problem with the TEC is not their economy, but their problem is they have a hard time converting all that money that they have into ships. And this is where the Garrison Recruitment Center comes in amazingly useful. So Matsuda here, if I combine the industrial complex with the geothermal smelter, we can have an incredibly fast construction time on our ships in this area. And I think that that's exactly what we're going to do. Is we're going to turn Matsuda into a ship construction specialist. And then what I can do then is come back to Nortia. I don't need you to be a ship construction specialist anymore. Instead, I can kill this geothermal smelter, build a regional government office, destroy all but a little bit of these light and heavy factories, grab some trade ports and some military research. We kind of convert, this thing is no longer on the front line, right? So we can convert it into a tech base. Start. No, it's no longer needs to serve the purpose that it did in the past. The desert world now, I think I can get all the way to military tier 5. Perfect. Boom. We'll start the research by building a whole bunch of military research stations there. I'm surprised that they think they can win that battle, considering I'm literally behind them, killing everything else they own. So let me select this fleet. I'm going to convert some of the fighters back to bombers. I think I'm a little bit too heavy on fighters. God, these star bases just shred under the power of the Anquilon Titan. Insane. Oh, for the planetary artifact over here on Periphas. Means it's a culture planet. Or rather, we have a culture artifact now. Ah. So where can I send a pirate raid? I'll send a pirate raid to the Psi Order Zealots. Target not valid. Is it because I can't see it? Okay, whatever. I called in a Pranast protection fleet around here. I don't think these guys can stop me. But more fleets means more defense. And the Psi Order Zealots will be about to have a very bad day when I conquer their planet. So the Dunov battlecruiser has hit maximum level. We now have magnetic singularity at max level. God damn. So they just have no speed when I use this on them. Silva carrier. I think all my guys are sort of... Oh, we got the missile barrage now. That's sick. And finest hour, which gives splash damage to the coal battleship's weaponry. It's insane. Oh my god, this poor fleet is just getting swarmed to death. I'm going to take Disruption Matrix level 3. That'll increase the duration by another 5 seconds, or in other words, 50%. Boost the damage it will do. I'm also going to begin researching Oceanic World colonization 1, 2, 3. By getting these, I will be able to colonize this Oceanic World. And it's got high pressure domes. Ooh, really good for money income. Okay, we colonized the ocean world. Let's go ahead and start building defenses around it. We want the Argonav starbase. God, I need so many strategics. Can just never have enough exotics. All right, we've maxed out our ocean planet stuff. However, we will go for high density domes and high pressure domes. This will allow us to make a lot of money from this ocean world. I'm not sure we need a lot of money, but it's kind of an interesting idea is to specialize for credit income. Like if I were to build a high pressure dome, that would get us commerce income. Plus, if we built a regional government office, that would get us commerce income. Plus, if I built a commercial district, that would get us commerce income. It's kind of an intriguing idea. Let's give it a go. Okay, high pressure domes, regional government offices, and the commercial district. And then we'll add a garrison just so that it's protected. Make sure we max out the planet's capabilities across all dimensions. We definitely want an Argonav starbase, plus some more defenses. It would be good. I mean, the trade ports are that's just money right there. How could I not get that? So it looks like our garrison fleets have managed to protect Periphas. I think I would like to grab Odessa next. Let's jump our fleet in there and see if we can't take it on. Okay, we got a starbase over here. Naturally, what we do is we build up the defenses of the planet. Our fleet has arrived at a phase jump inhibitor. Are these guys cooperating, or is this just like the remnants of a dead empire? Yeah, I think it's the remnants of the dead Hand of Illis. It's interesting that they don't fight each other, but they fight me. Curious about that. We shouldn't have any problem conquering this planet now. I'm going to speed up time just a scooch. Our big bottleneck is these exotic resources. So I think I need to gear a planet towards exotic resource production. I don't know who it will be. Let me have a look at Farah. Yeah, I guess this could be it. But the problem is I can't lose these military research stations. It's hard. Ooh, enemy ships dying. Little loot boxes popping out. Loot boxes filled with experience and resources. And oh my. But yeah, this fleet is disgustingly powerful. I don't want to say that it's unkillable, but it is a super late game fleet. You need a similar level of fleet to try and even just begin to take it on. I sent a pirate raid to their planet to be annoying. Will it be useful? Who knows? Might kill something. Oh man, look at these heavy cruisers, okay? It is just tanking damage after damage, and then because the repair droids are just constantly refilling that health pool, sure, it's like it's getting its ass kicked, but it's just really hard to kill these things. It's fantastic just how powerful it is. The TEC's death ball is once it gets flowing. This planet is still sort of in construction and development, and so I'm probably just going to get myself one of each, like a light and a heavy factory, and then also maybe build a couple exotic refineries here. And then another light factory to refill the garrisons. I do think a fleet supply cap of 2,000 feels pretty small. Like you could probably allow me to build like a very unique building that is like super expensive. That would give me an extra 50, you know, for like ultra late game stuff. I think that is something that the developers could maybe consider. I don't know what they should do, but I do think that would be some sort of interesting late game way to extend that. That would be kind of neat. We are going to grab this ice planet now. We'll go to maximum defense. Let's make sure we build a Argonav starbase, then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then boop, boop, boop. And then just like a whole bunch of turrets. This is just static fleet power, which is what the TEC is extremely good at. Then we'll upgrade the planet itself, make sure we get the garrison defense in here. Odessa, I'm not really sure what I want to do with Odessa. I think I should get a garrison recruitment center. Plus, I reckon it might be good for us to get the home guard outpost. 15% less damage taken in the area, like up to two jumps away. Gives us a lot of power projection. And then if I build the regional government office, I can get trade ports, plus exotic refinery, plus one of each of these, plus another light factory. So get those exotics refineries sort of just slowly building up my final tier economy. Oh man, we're so close to getting the final tier of military research as well. I'm going to grab Industrial Juggernaut. This is going to reduce the Corvette, frigate, and cruiser build time by an extra 40%. I definitely want Development Mandate, which will give Desert, Oceanic, and Terran planets extra civilian slots. Also, by the way, Pervasive Economy. I'm getting 20% of other empires' resources. Just 79 extra money. That's insane. I also want to research critical mass, which will mean our culture will propagate further. And I'm also going to grab navigation subchannels, which will increase our maximum speed in our culture zone. And then just for the sake of completeness, I will research mining in case we ever get our hands on a gas giant. So I believe we have an Argonav starbase in construction around here. We need 1, 2, 3 defenses, plus the planetary thing. We're also going to want weapons, starbase missile launchers, all that stuff. But it'll take a while for this to be built. And it's a lot of strategics for printing. We are now printing 6 strategics at a time, which is really helping with the bottleneck. There's critical mass, which will allow our culture to spread a little bit more aggressively throughout the universe. It looks like we're taking on a Transcensia starbase with our fleet once again. This asteroid is now going to become my asteroid. And the network of the TEC garrison fleets grows ever stronger. Now, the real challenge would be to try to beat 9 impossible AI that are on a team against me. Now, if I could pull that off, I would be a god. I'm going to go ahead and grab, I think I like Shield Surge. This lowers the cooldown and allows me to restore health in an AoE, which feels really good to be able to surge the shields of my allies. Now, speaking of shields, I'm going to research cruiser shield refits, so my cruisers will have shields. I'm going to grab Enhanced Shield Cohesion, which will improve my shield and starbase items. And then I'm also going to get superior shield emitters, making my shields even better. I was working on my shield technology. Let's make sure we grab the Prova jump computer, the long range jumps, quick jump calculation, wormhole navigation, and fail-safe jump plotting. These things are not necessary in this galaxy, but we may as well grab all that tech. I definitely feel like there's room for espionage in this game for scouting, because gathering intel on other empires is like the hardest part of the game. And like, I feel like you can lose to surprises so easily, so being able to figure out what other people are doing would be really, really highly useful. All right, this is my asteroid. Let's make sure we upgrade this asteroid to maximum level. We get all of the defensive thingy doodles that we like to get. Plus we get an Argonav starbase, make sure that we're protecting it. The Argonav starbase always gets the things that prevents it from dying instantly and then allows it to kill stuff. We move on to the next asteroid. We are conquering our way across this galaxy. We're also going to grab the Garrison Recruitment Center on this asteroid. We will build a trade port, a light factory, and a heavy factory, and then probably grab a fulfillment warehouse for that extra trade capacity. Look at all these free ships just distracting and fighting and doing everything to protect me, being a deterrence as I work my way through the enemy. I'm curious now, where do I stand in the galaxy? I'm currently the 2nd militarily and the 4th in economy and research. That's really damn good. I will send a pirate raid to Diomedes. Oh, big battle. Is this a Titan on Titan fight? Oh, damn. Now, this is a hell of a fight. I want to like slow down time. Look at this. Isn't it beautiful? Here's what I want my editor to do. I want them to just like play this battle out like this for like a minute. Now, isn't that just beautiful? Isn't that just beautiful? So we've got a bit of stuff in here to still destroy, and a few of our ships have leveled up, I believe. Yep, you now have the raised planet ability. Boom. Oh, the Transcensia starbase. That's going to die, isn't it? So I'm going to play at 1.5 speed now because I think I need to play slightly faster. That's a perfectly reasonable choice. Diana now belongs to me, and we're going to build it up like we did all of our other ones. It's just like a standard defense. Garrison plus, then we get this, and then we get this. And then the actual starbase itself needs to have a planetary defense array plus some offensive capabilities. Let me jump to the next world. Let's go. The sheer level of just doom stack that we've got going here is insane. Also, our economy is like unstoppable, We've like a bajillion money. I'm going to destroy the Eluxian economic advisors. I'm going to remove an exotic refinery and replace it with a garrison because I just want my network of garrisons to be impenetrable. Oh, damn! We're up against a real fleet.
Military research complete. Our orders, Commander. Military
Oh, we got an Erratica Titan that we're fighting over here. Oh, this could go badly for them. Wait, they're warping out.
a temporary ceasefire.
Hey, that's not okay. You can't just warp out to our starbase area. All right, you guys need to jump out here so we can save our Argonev starbase, which is currently under massive attack. Can I call in the Pranasts? Oh, they're too far away from here. What about a raid? Oh, they're warping back now. Interesting.
Our fleet is under attack.
Oh, that poor ship is getting stretched. Dude, let's hang out here just for a minute while we rebuild the defenses that we lost and repair this starbase a little bit. Ooh, who's jumping in? It's a subjugator. It's an interesting choice to jump in there with that unit. What is he doing over here with that fleet, actually? That's a wrong player to be over here. Unless I've completely misunderstood the current galactic political situation. That is an interesting outcome. All right, let's go take that ice planet. Oh, they're jumping back. Interesting. Hopefully we can get maybe some kills in here and so handle all this BS before these guys become a problem. They have 2 starbases here? Oh, I guess, again, this is like weird alliance going on. It's neat. It's interesting. I don't really understand it, though. Oh my god, what are these missiles doing? They're like Tokyo drifting. Alright, a starbase is going down, another starbase is going down. We killed them pretty quick now. I have been making myself a lot of more of those these Ogrov torpedo cruisers. Oh, they're retreating. Interesting. Let's make friends with their scouts. They'll help us update the current understanding of the galaxy. Our scouting is limited, right? Like, all of this is old intel. We actually don't know what the current status of the galaxy is. So by making friends with the Jixun Expeditionary Force, we can get their scout vision for like 6 minutes, and they'll help update the map situation for us. In terms of military technology, I'm going to grab advanced fire control to give my Argonev star bases more damage. I will grab deep space trade as well. Also, I want to be able to deploy star bases. I'm going to grab refined propellants for another 10% damage. I will grab enhanced armor penetration to give my missile weapons more damage. And cyclotorite payloads to get another 10% missile damage. That'd be nice. I think it will be good for us to get dynamic frequencies, which will increase our beam weapon damage, and then another amplified beam output for the star bases. That's more or less all of the military tech researched. Twinned fortresses will let us build 2 Argonev star bases around a planet, which is very fun. Safety override protocol allows us to detonate a starbase to destroy enemy ships. Very powerful. And garrison augmentation doubles the garrison supply. I'm going to put that to the front of the queue. I'm basically going to double all of the free ships that I get, which is insane, considering I already get an insane amount of free ships. Build an Argonev starbase. We'll fully upgrade the defense. Let's fully upgrade this planet as it is. Then we want to make sure that we get a good spread of military stuff. In this planet, I could make it a culture hub. I don't necessarily need to. But there's tier 3 garrisons, which means every single one of my planets has 500 fleet supply of units floating around it. Or at least will have 500 fleet supply of units floating around it. Let's go ahead and build... What do I need for this ice planet? I mean, I don't really need money. I could specialize it for resource creation. I want a regional government office and a home guard outpost. I'll queue up another light factory and another exotic refinery, which will allow me to just churn through these things as I need them. Let's get the planetary defense matrix plus 3 tiers of defense, then get the 2 specialist weaponries, and then docking booms and construction bays. This is how I like to build my Argonevs. It's like, you can't shoot my planet, the starbase is really hard to kill, it hits really hard, and it provides protection for the garrison fleet that is protecting it. So let's get lined up and ready to invade the next planet. I am up to, I think I have 20 of the 53 planets that I need to win. Like, the AI is fighting amongst each other. It's kind of fun. But nobody's really able to get me right now. So how many people are dead? 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the 10 original starting players are dead. I think the next player to die will either be pink or white. I think it'll be pink when I go for their desert planet. But yeah, just look at all these free ships that are floating around. This is the power of the TEC. Like, their economy, their late game is insane. It's just like, just free ships. This is a giant free fleet hanging out of here. And we just, oh my god, the damage done. Enemy ships are just dying. Oh, somebody leveled up. Very nice. So I'm going to take my guard of flak frigates. I'm going to go ahead and scuttle them in exchange so that I can build more capital ships. In particular, I'd like another Sova carrier. Or maybe even 2 if I could get it. Similarly, I don't think we need these Krosov's siege frigates anymore. Oh, we do need to build up this planet though, real quick. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Right, we're building up that asteroid to be a defensive muscle that will be unbreakable. I mean, it's not that it'll be unbreakable. It's just that like the entire network of my planets altogether is unbreakable. Each individual planet is completely breakable, but the fact that there is thousands and thousands and thousands of fleet supply distributed throughout my planets thanks to the garrisons makes it just like completely untenable to attack me. Like the level of attrition you have to go through to try and beat me is just absurd. So I'm going to get myself 2 more Sova carriers because they have a lot of PD autocannons. So they're kind of like replacing the Garda flak frigates. Not exactly, but kind of. It gives me strikecraft superiority. Now each one of these carriers, I think, I forget how much fleet supply a carrier takes up. 14. So like 5 of these can make a Sova carrier. So I think I'm going to drop like 6 or 7 of them. I'll scuttle them and we'll replace them with more direct combat ships like the coal battleships. So I'll add 2 more coal battleships to this fleet. We'll eventually get out there to help us out. In the meantime though, the fighting is just happening. Okay, I want to make sure that all of these are set to defensive roam so the interlocking network of my defensive fleets are keeping me safe. Yeah, once you're established, it feels like the AI just can't break this. I think they're distracted fighting each other, which is really working in my favor. Oh, the Erratica Titan! We're taking out their Titan! Oh, that's big. That is huge. This thing has so many materials in it. Oh, get wrecked. Get wrecked. Oh my god, it's like invulnerable.
Military research complete. Mining upgrade complete. Military structure complete.
Increasing bonus to ability cooldown. Strength of the Fallen. Chastic Burst. Destroys target. Why is it invincible? Oh, it's dead now. Okay, we got it. I get wrecked. The Erratica wreckage. Look at that. It's got Tauronite, Cornium, and a bunch of resources in it. It's also worth 1,500 experience. I will be picking that up. Thank you. So my carriers are going to have a reserve squadron hangar for the extra squadrons and the ability to replenish. They're going to have combat repair systems plus reactive armor, which will keep them alive. And then also a flak burst to be able to deal with, to basically give me superiority. Basically acting like the Garda flak frigate. Now, I kind of want to make them all that. So I'm going to be dropping the antimatter engine off you and building a flak burst on you. All right, so let's move to the next Terran planet. We're in control here. We're going to build it back up to how it needs to be. Boop, 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 boop. And then 2 Argonav star bases. Plus we want a trade port, a garrison, all that lovely stuff that makes these planets unkillable. Oh, big fight in here. What do we got? Looks like they were fighting on 2 fronts, but we're going to sweep in here and start murking them. What is this, a Revelation cruiser already dead? Oh, an Erratica Titan. Where do you guys think you're going? Oh, they're trying to jump. You're going to lose your capital if you leave, sir. Oh, they're jumping back. Man, why you gotta troll me like this? Now I gotta jump back. Okay, my Titan is on the field, and this Erratica Titan is about to be eradicated. How much experience are they worth? Oh my god, they're worth like 1,500 experience. That's crazy. It's already down to its hull. I don't even know how we're doing that much damage to it, but I'm not even going to question it. Oh yeah, all my guys are leveling up as a result of getting that kill. I got a coal battle cruiser here, or a battleship here, so we need rapid autoloader plus heavy Gauss slugs, and then I'm going to take the 2 defensive things that allow it to have a lot of armor and hull. Oh, man, we've reached our ultimate late game where we're practically unstoppable, and it feels amazing. Oh, they built a new Titan to replace the one that I killed. Oh, how cute. I'm going to get myself another Dunov battlecruiser. It'll take a while before that's able to join. But we do want to take out this guy's capital. So that we can take him out of the battle and then start claiming all of his planets around. Oh, looks like you're trying to attack this base here, and that's not going to go well for you, good sir. I think one of my planets is like spinning through the galaxy, and it's this one. Okay, my coal battleship is having a little bit of trouble with its armor, but it should be getting healed pretty much constantly. I'm going to tell it to pull back if it's taking just a little bit too much work. Yeah, just pull back ships when they start taking too much damage. Just chill out with them. Shield surge, I'm going to grab that. Now it's only a 15-second cooldown before we can shield surge. Like, boop. Restore shields to all my ships around here. Oh, enemy Titan warped in here. Oh, looks like looks like pink is getting pincered by me and green. What is green doing over here? He's like all the way down here and stuff. That's crazy. You guys are about to have a real bad day. You should warp out, idiots. So I'm gonna grab these guard of flak frigates, and I'm gonna go ahead and scuttle them. It scuttles all of them. Oh no, it scuttles only some of them. But what I really need to do is to select the guard of flak frigates and scuttle all of them. Oh, I need to scuttle all by holding shift. I see. Yeah, because the guard of flak frigate is using up fleet supply. That could be carriers, is basically what I'm thinking. And carriers are better. So I'm going to add a extra Sova carrier and a Marza dreadnought, plus a Dunov battle cruiser. Lots of support ships to support the Titan. We're going capital ship heavy. The Kalev Gauss frigate can probably be replaced by a bunch of coal battleships. And that is probably the direction that we will go. Kron is now being bombarded. Although it is an incredibly high health planet. It's got unassailable fortress, the frontier colony uplink, and just maxed out defense. It's very, very hard to break that planet. Impressive, honestly, of how tough that they've made that. And there's something really satisfying about watching a planet get bombarded back to nothing. It's just, I can't explain why it's so satisfying, but yeah, it's just like boom, 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 boom. I love that I'm just building 2 Argonav planetary protection star bases in every system now. It's like super fun to me. All right, we're in control of Kron now. I think the natural thing to do is to just build it up defensively first. But I think what I'm going to do is make a industrial complex plus a garrison recruitment center that I will set to hostile, offensive Rome, well, I need to level you up a little bit, a regional government office, and then I can create like just a absolutely devastating level of fleet production here. What could I add that would make ships be produced even faster? I could add the military research base with the 5%, but that doesn't seem worth it. Make sure that we build the defensive stuff that we need as well, plus 2 Argonav star bases. 1 star base is designed to defend a planet fully and rebuild. Well, actually, they're both designed. Like, having to kill 2 star bases to break a planet and break the soul of anyone. So let's go backfill and grab this primordial planet back here. As our passive fleet just continues to send infinite troops all around the galaxy for our enemies to get distracted by. Like, these are just little trade protection fleets. That's what these are. This whole military here, it's here to protect this trade ship. That's why they're here. That's beautiful. It's what I love about the TEC Enclave, is the trade protection fleets and the garrisons and the free fleet supplies. Is like, you become unbreakable, dude. And the galaxy is shifting, so like the phase lanes are shifting over time. So weak points are sort of appearing in my galaxy, in my empire. But I'm leaving in my wake just strength. And every node that connects to another node is just becoming stronger and stronger, and the network of my economy becomes stronger and stronger. And we're bombing a brand new world. Oh, we have more Silva carriers that I can upgrade and level up. All right, I need to research primordial colonization, so I'll grab primordial colonization 1. And the chemical plant, which will allow us to get more, well, faster refineries. You can make a refinery world. Oh, I could finally make a proper refinery world with this primordial planet. All right, let's go grab this asteroid here, Lotharos. All right, we're halfway to victory in terms of planet control, but I think we're 100% of the way to victory in terms of certainty about whether or not I'm going to win. I'm going to go ahead and grab myself a chemical plant on Chondruses. I'm going to build 3 exotic refineries on this planet. That's what this planet's job is to be a refinery world. I will also build, well, first I need to develop the planet up to maximum level. I'll also build a regional government office to get more commerce credit income. And I think I will build a commercial district to get even more commerce credit income and also make it more cost effective for me to sell metal and crystal. And then with my leftover civilian points, I will get another exotic refinery plus a civic research station to provide SIDAR, which is basically like jump radar. But yeah, this is a refinery world, true and true. Lotharos now belongs to me. So let's just quickly build it up the way that we like to build our planets. A whole bunch of stuff with Argonaut star bases. Make sure it has the garrison and the... I guess a home guard outpost here is fine. So there's another asteroid under control. Let's go ahead and grab this volcanic planet. Oh, Diomedes is under attack. Oh, exciting. Let's go ahead and cause a little pirate raid over there. Boop. Oh, my poor trade fleets are caught on the edge of the system. Look at them. There's so much money here if someone were to try to attack these. Those poor trade fleets. That's why all these escort ships keep coming here, because they're like, hey, you're hurting our ships. I think I'm actually at the phase of the game where I can set all of my garrisons to offensive roam. I don't give a damn anymore. I think I'm at the unstoppable level where like any human opponent would choose to just surrender to me, but I'm not playing against humans, sadly. Okay, 2 Argonaut star bases around Chondruses. Get the basic defenses going. Oh, I think that pirate raid ended up attacking me. Whoops. Oh well. So the offensive garrison raids is absolutely poggers. Some of these planets are getting wrecked. It is truly majestic that these garrison fleets are now attacking across the galaxy on every front. Like now my garrison fleets are like, look at this. The TEC ability to mobilize the galaxy in warfare is unparalleled. Look at the number of ships that I am pumping out of every possible factory. Every orifice of my empire is geared for war. This is a level of overwhelming firepower that cannot be matched. I'm going to grab my Gauss frigates and I'm going to shift scuttle all of my Gauss frigates, which will free up a bit of fleet supply. Oh man, more ships are leveling. Beautiful. More fleet supply for capital ships and repair cruisers. But in particular, the real late game powerhouse is the coal battleship with its Gauss cannons. This thing becomes an absolute monstrous tour de force. So I'm going to get 5 more coal battleships on the way to help out. Now, one of these ships, if I recall correctly, has a bombardment bonus. Might not be built yet. All right, we wiped out an enemy colony. Now we have access to this. Immediately, first thing we do, we build a garrison recruitment center, a light factory, and a heavy factory. 3 trade posts. I'm also going to go ahead and get myself a... Oh, I need to level the planet up a little bit before I do that. We need the regional government office. And then what else do we need? Probably the home guard outpost to just kind of make the garrisons even more powerful. And then we'll add some more construction capacity so that the garrison fleets here that get produced are better. Hostile forces have arrived at Odessa. Where's that? Oh no, they're coming for Odessa. A near invincible super fortress. Let's make sure we defend all the land that we take. Always need to be building up the new star bases as fast as possible. All right, let's go to Saskia. We're going to go for Saskia now. It's an ice planet. Just a constant supply of military misadventures on my behalf. And we've got like, look at this, garrison fleets hitting all over the galaxy. We're coming back, boys. The TEC enclave will hold. Oh my god, there's a giant fleet jumping around in here. I'm really interested in playing this game as a team game. It's kind of fun. I would love to see if I could get the Yogscast guys to play. Okay, we're landing in Saskia. Saskia will fall next. There goes the flak deployment that will sweep away the enemy ships. There's just massive battles happening all over the galaxy. Oh my god, look at this trade fleet, garrison fleet that is just absolutely obliterating Spirea. I'm sure, I mean, you own that gravity well, but like, what are you getting out of it? Meanwhile, I'm over here on the left, conquering. So they're trying to invade Odessa as it stands, but the sheer just production capacity of my garrison fleets has reached a crescendo of violence. Is there anything else that I can research? I think I have everything. Okay, so expert damage control here will give us a little bit more hull points. Advanced maneuvering will allow our capital ships maneuver better, and Repellon premium armor will increase our armor strength by another chunk. So now similarly, I'm going to go through all the final civilian technologies just to make sure I have them all. Not that I need them, it's just for the sake of completion so I don't have to look at these screens anymore. Another planet falls under the constant bombardment of my capital ship fleet. It's a beautiful thing to see. Now this planet actually has a couple of interesting things. It has a subsurface crystal deposit and it's a fortress world. We could use this to spread our culture. Spreading our culture isn't as important as this faction as others, so we don't need those broadcast centers. I think what we could do is go for, we definitely want the garrison fleet, one of each type of factory. We want to set that to an offensive garrison fleet, and then we want to upgrade every possible track here because it's just like making sure that our empire is secure. All right, another planet secured. The only thing I have left to do is to organize the Argonav star bases around it. Built up a whole mess of stuff. Like if I click in here, you can see I've just got like 7 autocannon defense platforms, a retrofit bay, 7 Gauss defense platforms, 8 hangar defenses, a phase jump inhibitor, 2 Argonav star bases, one that I'm going to build up with a planetary shield and max defenses, plus I will give it a trade facility and 3 levels of hangars. The other one I'm going to give 3 levels of defense, because this is the more forward one, right? Plus more direct damage weapons, and then a docking boom and a construction bay, so that I can provide support to the garrison fleets that will protect this area. But we're starting to sort of pinch off a sector of the galaxy here on the left. Like, oh my god, these garrison fleets just jumping and jumping and jumping and jumping. Garrison fleets, the flood. The flood has begun. There is nothing you can do against me. I am unstoppable. My coal battleships are starting to rally as well, and make it to the fleet. And these things, I don't know if I would say that these are like the strongest capital ships in the game, but they're definitely the strongest direct damage capital ships for single target in the TEC Enclave. And now they are all beautifully leveling up. That is what we love to see. Now these new guys need to be outfitted. Let's move on to the next world. It looks like it's going to be another desert planet, which is probably someone's home world. Also, we have so many trade points that they're allocated, like in groups of 10. Oh, look at that money. Oh, we are starting to run into some enemy fleets. But these garrison fleets that I'm sending at them, they just can't. They can't handle it. They can't. The flood of TEC. I feel like the TEC is like the Zerg, like mechanically. Once you get late game, like the flood of units just hitting every single possible target in the galaxy, it's impossible to deal with. Now there is a really big defensive presence here, but it ain't nothing compared to us. We will be easily able to defeat these. All right, we've got a deliverance engine, we've got a bunch of stuff. Our carriers are doing good work. I think I'm going to replace more of these carriers with the Sova carriers. So I'm going to scuttle a few of them. Sova carriers, pound per pound, can carry more strike craft. Oh my god, look at these battleships just romping forward. We should probably get some more of these robotics cruisers as well, because they do a great job of keeping these guys alive. You can see here, it should be regenerating 30 health per second, but I think a robotics cruiser has not yet had a chance to heal him yet. You're taking a little bit too much hate. I'm going to pull you back. You are healing. It's not quite as fast as I would like. Yeah, I know your armor is a little bit punctured, but that's okay. Now this is a tough starbase. Oh yeah, give me those levels. Give me those levels. Oh, what are you doing over here? What are you fighting this guy on your own for? Okay, we need to combat repair system activate, and you need to retreat. What were you doing over here on your own? No, my Marza Dreadnought was on his own. Get that Eradicate Titan. Take it out. Lost the damn Marza Dreadnought. You know how long those things take to rebuild? A significant amount of time. I don't know either. I know your shields are down, okay? I have ships working on it. Okay, the Eradicate Titan is blowing up. All my ships are leveling up. It's beautiful. So these robotics cruisers, ability is disabled. Recharger droids. Yeah, so you have a bit of antimatter that you can use on a regular cooldown. Now, I also think that it's unnecessary for us to have this level of LRM cruiser. I would much rather have, well, I mean, like, look, a single Javelin LRM cruiser has a medium missile on it, which is like fine, but I would rather have other things. So I tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to grab all of my LRM cruisers and go ahead and scuttle them in favor of more capital ships. Capital ships are just king. Another Marza Dreadnought will do a lot of work for us. This poor guy. There's nothing he can even do here. He's dead. Look at all the levels we're getting. Oh, yeah. Baby. I haven't even had to look over at this side of my empire because these guys are just distracted. You know, distracted by my little attack fleet. You fools. Now, the one thing I will keep around are these Ogrov torpedo cruisers, because they're really good for killing star bases and titans. Aside from that, Yeah. All right, I need to go through my list of ships here and like make sure that we level them all up. Most of my ships are kind of max level already, but some of them aren't. So, boom, 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 boom. I love having this many hero ships. It's like a beautiful, beautiful sight. Isn't it just majestic? So this is a brand new carrier. We will build the natural sort of things that make a carrier good. Every carrier gets a reserve squadron hangar, a flak burst, a combat repair system, and a reactive armor. This is a good combination of, hey, you have more ships, plus you're hard to kill. Another planet has become mine. Let's go ahead and build 2 Argonaut star bases. Make sure we max out the defense, logistics. We're going to want trade ports plus some of these. Bum, 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 bum. So that's defenses on the way. We're going to want a garrison in here. We're going to want to max out this planet's capabilities across all dimensions. I've got 2 star bases down, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus, this is the backline starbase, so it actually needs to be the hangars. 1, 2, 3 hangars plus a trade facility, seems good. And then the frontline starbase is 1, 2, 3, 4, plus direct damage abilities, and then the dock and the repair construction ability. Let's go ahead and grab this asteroid that my garrison fleets have cleared out for me. Amazing. My little offensive garrison fleets that were just floating around out there, just doing work. Yeah, our empire has become overwhelmingly unstoppable, which I'm a big fan of. Make sure that this base over here has another unit production starbase. I'm not actually going to jump just yet. I'm going to chill for a moment, because what I want to do here is I want to call in a remote fabricator from, god damn it, zoom. And if I call it a remote fabricator, it'll let me build up my guys. So you're going to be my my warhead guy. God, look at all these ships just pumping out of the construction bays here. Oh yes, garrison fleet, garrison. Right, we're finally up to 2x speed, because I think we're good. I think we've got this in the bag, and it's just a matter of pushing our way through. I have 29 out of the 53 planets required for victory. I think what I'm going to do is now I'm going to sweep in towards the center of the galaxy and try to take the center, rather than try to like play the edges. I want to take the central zones here. There's some big fleets in here that I want to have some big showdowns, you know what I mean? Esbov now belongs to me. Let's go ahead and level up this planet. Naturally doing what we had sort of planned for. A couple Argonaut star bases, boop, boop, boop as well. Make sure you get the garrison and then the home guard outpost, although maybe the fulfillment warehouse is kind of more interesting. All right, let's jump to the next system. They just built a Titan, but I mean, like, I've only ever had to build 1 Titan because mine never dies. Make sure this is set to offensive garrison so that it will jump offensively, annoying nearby planets. Oh, the damage. It's so good. Brrr. Look at those volleys of strike craft, man. Oh, it's so satisfying and beautiful. Yes. Trade fleets go. Garrison fleets go. Be like the wind. Be swift and annoying. All right, sick. We managed to capture ourselves another ice planet. I think it'd be fun to make this into like a giga cultural center. So I'm going to build a media conglomerate plus all of the broadcast centers ever. I do want a light factory in a thing because it does want to have a garrison, right? You don't just go garrison-less. But if we level this up, we can get a regional government office and add 2 more broadcast centers. Also, we also need to build the defenses to protect the planet. So, oh wow, I've actually managed to spend my metal. That is amazing. Since I managed to spend my metal, I'm going to go ahead and move some resource production to metal. Why do I want a really powerful culture planet? I mean, I don't really... Do I need a reason to do anything anymore? I think my empire is just, you know, hostile forces have arrived. Oh no, they're coming for the starbase. Here comes the the massive fleet of garrison ships. Oh yeah. What are you supposed to do against this? If you're just a brainlet AI, you know what I mean? This is just so much. You can't even blow up the planet. Oh, boom, 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 boom. They're having a real bad day. It's so beautiful. Just my shipyard's constantly cranking out free ships. A galaxy united with one purpose. Oh, we're blasting them. You need to be leveled up. You need to get some levels too. Nice, so now the starbase has fallen, which means we can now bomb this planet. Which one of my guys... Oh yeah, you have those high yield warheads and you're firing them now, so we're just gonna... that planet. So they tried to invade this asteroid, failed, and now I'm counter-invading their lava world as they like panicked retreat. Oh, amazing. We're even invade like, and this volcanic planet is just like circling its way around the system, the solar system, firing off invasion fleets in every direction. Oh, it's so beautiful. Let's get our fleet to move on to the next phase. This place does have solar energy harvesting, which is great. Naturally, we go for the fleet stuff. Make sure we get the Argonav star bases up. 1, 2, 3 trade fleets as well. Make sure we're building up this planet. And then the final thing that I want in here is probably an industrial complex, so we can make lots of ships. Make sure you send the garrison as an offensive garrison so that it assists in nearby combat. And then my Argonavs need to be set up to defend. Boom, boom, boom. Dude, I don't think there's anything you can do against me at this point. Like, I think I'm unstoppable. Like, look at the number of strike craft. It's like just flowing between target after target after target after target. Okay, we're building up the defenses in here. Naturally, we want to have beautiful defensive star bases that can crank out ships and protect the planet. Let's go and put them out of their misery over here. They have a huge fleet. It's a 700 supply fleet. I think there's even an Erotica Titan there. So let's go ahead and jump and kind of ruin their day, shall we? There we go. Our fleet has landed and they're about to have a bad day. In particular, if I can get this Anchulon Titan into the middle of their army when we do the disruption matrix, it's just area of effect, 100 damage to everyone. Get that Titan in there in the center mass. This thing has killed 930 enemies. Oh, look at the missile volleys. What are you gonna do against this, bro? Bro, you're so dead. What can you do in the face of this? So I'm going to go ahead and scuttle these carriers, and they will be replaced with 2 more Sova carriers. And then I reckon what do I want? A can battlecruiser? Let's put another Sova carrier in there. That was like the easiest fleet wipe I've ever pulled off in my life. So now we got to bomb this planet. Thankfully, I think our planet bombing buff is about to be kicked in. Yes, sir. There we go. High yield warheads. Oh man, all these guys are leveling up. All right, let me walk through all these units. You leveled up here as well. Beautiful. I have to tab my way through my whole army to try and like make sure. And I'm even misclicking sometimes, like on bad abilities. But I think at this point, like I have so much stuff that doesn't matter. All right, let's go take on Garumna and start moving towards the center of the galaxy like we talked about, or center of the system at least. Oh man, Pentaro has been taken out by us. Blah, 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 blah. Garrison Recruitment Center. Then we also want one of each of these. Set that to offensive. 3 trade ports. Why am I building trade ports at this late into the game? Listen, why do you ask stupid questions? Just make sure we build everything. Completely built up planet. God, I feel so bad for anyone who has to fight this fleet. Like the sheer weight of strike craft from these massed carriers is just disgusting. Oh my god. Like they can't even hurt this thing. They can't even hurt it. And it's like standing in the middle of them doing AoE giga damage. I am amazed that this Dunov battlecruiser has 1,000 kills. That is mind-blowing. But I think that just really shows off the power of Strikecraft. They are crazy good. We're going to blow up this planet. It has a couple of cool artifacts, but it's going to die. It'll take a while, though, because it does have bombing reduction. Oh my god. Is that a billion? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's 1,000,000 credits. Oh, look at the fleet jumps. Where are you even jumping from? Oh my god. That is insane. God, I love this, though. I love the fleet jumping in here and being annoying. All right, let's go to the next planet. Diomedes is our next target. Garumna, I need to rebuild now that we've occupied it, I believe. So naturally, 2 Argonav star bases. Make sure we get a garrison. Plus, we want to level it up, do all that stuff, get the regional government office. And then, what was the other thing that we wanted? Possibly the Home Guard outpost. Anyway, right-click that to make it send troops everywhere. All right, perfect. We've got our setup in here. We've got all of our military structures. We also need to get our Argonav star bases online. Boop, 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 boop. There is a point that this faction reaches where it just becomes untenable to stop them. Look at this, dude! Look how many ships I have jumping around the galaxy fighting as I just have a doom fleet of capital ships floating around. Oh, jumping in on top of people. Brrr, brap. Oh wow, they have a lot of strike craft. But you know what I have? I have flak deployments that I can deploy to deal with those strike craft. So like if we look at the enemy strike craft, look how quickly they're dying. Brap. They're getting shreked. Meanwhile, our strike craft is like, hey, what's up? So how close are we to winning now? So we 53. We've got 35 out of the 53. So we're getting closer. All right. Now the lovely thing is, every time a Sova carrier levels up, it gets a extra air wing or strike craft wing. So I think a single Sova carrier is worth 4.5 carriers before you include their ultimate ability that prints 25 strike craft instantly. And I think that's really where they take off in their power level. All right, we're going to bomb Diomedes to take it back for our civilization. Well, I say take it back. We're going to take it for our civilization. This lovely Terran planet that I might set up as a culture world to spread culture, because I got my culture spreading out over here on the left. Diomedes has fallen. Let's make sure we colonize it. Boom. Naturally, we get a couple of heavy factories and a light factory. I think what we're going to do is upgrade this to its highest tier. I'm going to get the industrial complex plus a garrison. I'll garrison first, I think. The home guard outpost, and then I also want the regional government office, so I'll do all this kind of stuff. Boom. I want a lot of shipbuilding, plus a little bit of civilian construction, a single research bay, and a little bit more. Okay, perfect. Massive construction capacity. Remember, the thing that my empire struggles with is turning money into ships. And so if I have a unique way to turn money into ships using these garrisons, you bet your ass I'm going to use it. 2 Argonov stations, one designed for frontline combat with a shipyard and direct damage weapons, the other one designed for backline combat with a series of hangars. I think this series of hangars basically turns this into like 7 carriers. That's how, 7 hard to kill carriers. So this is the Pronast United. I don't need to kill them. They're my friends. Instead, I can move over here to Laufheim. Oh my god, look at the trade ships just flowing around the galaxy, being escorted by hundreds of ships. And that's why you build your trade ports. This is like the unstoppable economy that my enemies have to push their way through, both militarily and economically. Like you cannot stop me. What can you possibly do to me? Oh wow, they have so many Argonov star bases around their home. All right, there goes my fleet. It is now jumping to Laufheim as a unit. I have it jumping in formation as my garrison fleets just flood the front lines of the galaxy. Like this asteroid over here is being attacked by my garrisons, and my gunships, my garrisons over here. Like my enemies keep trying to invade me here. I mean, it's not going well for them because the QRF, the quick response forces, are just insane. All right, here we go. We're bombing another planet. We've taken out all of the star bases and things around it. Our influence in the center of the galaxy, or center of the star system, continues to grow. Let's have a look at the planets whirling defiantly around. I don't think there's anything particularly important for us to grab, although Laufheim is actually an important planet because it is going to be transiting around the system pretty quickly. So I'm going to go for autocannon defenses in here. I'll level up this planet a little bit. We'll build a command bunker, and we will attach... No, you know what? I don't need the command bunker. Changed my mind. I do need to build Argonov stations here, but that'll be kind of like in a moment. Where are we going next? I think we're going to go ahead and capture this oceanic planet here. Ooh, no. This volcanic planet here is like ripe for the pickings. It takes so long to develop these planets relative to how quickly it takes to kill them. And they're very vulnerable for a while after they've been captured. I'm still military 2. How is it possible that I'm military 2? That's insane. Economy 1 and Economy 2 or Economy 1 and Research 1 rather. Oh man, look at these fleets just jumping in here, being annoying. You know what I'm going to do? Go ahead and spawn a space raid there. Go ahead and get a little phase raid on that planet, be annoying. There should be a gas giant. Oh, there it is. I'm a little bit busy though, grabbing this volcanic world. Oh my god, what is going on around this? What? Shh. So many Transcensias were killed here. The true graveyard of empires. Oh my goodness. What even happened there? Archaeologists could dig through this replay and find fascinating things. All right, that planet has been cleansed and claimed. Cleansed and claimed. That's how we do it here. We'll get a Graverson Recruitment Center. Make sure that we set it to the angry version. We'll get a home guard depot. Make sure we level up the planet a little bit. Although the research upgrade probably doesn't matter at all. We'll go for civilian ship production. Make sure we get these juicy other things, plus a couple of Argonaut star bases that are going to act as ship construction sectors. Boop, 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 boop. And then you, good sir, boop, 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 boop. Beautiful. And now our fleet's ready to move on. Praetoria is under attack. I guess we could go for that. You know, I want that gas giant. Jump in there and grab a gas giant. Never had a gas giant this game yet so far. my free fleets just jump in here. This is why you gotta kill the TEC Enclave early, because if they survive to the late game, if they can limp their way to the late game, oh my god, dude. Purely just from a lag perspective, like they lag the hell out of the game. You want to take those guys out. That's my opinion anyway. So we're coming in here on the gas giant. Gas giants are great for orbital mining. I've got a pretty big garrison of hangar bays. I have no idea why there's such a huge garrison fleet assisting me in this battle. I'm not going to question it. At this point, I've just come to accept that I am unstoppable at this point. There is nothing that can be done to me. Look at these. These are They're trying to rebuild their star bases. Oh my god, that's what's happening. They're trying to rebuild their star bases and my garrison fleets keep jumping in and killing them. Oh, but they don't build siege ships because they don't try to kill planets. That's amazing. Look at all these derelict experience from the ship wreckages. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, it's beautiful, dude. It's just, there's something majestic about watching fighters. I really love having carrier-based fleets. I love having carriers. I love having these little tiny ships flying around. My computer doesn't love it. A little angry about it. Oh, look at that. That's just beautiful. That's magic. 6 hours of pure and total Sins of a Solar Empire destruction. Right, there goes another starbase, and then we'll be able to bomb this gas giant and colonize it. It'll take a little bit of time, but it will be blasted into oblivion. Look at those beautiful bombs on their way to obliterate the surface. Boom, 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 boom. So we have taken control of the gas giant. It now belongs to us. Make sure we get logistics level maxed out. Plus we want to get some defense. These planets don't have commerce or mining because they do all of their mining through orbital stuff. So you are going to want an orbital mining control on this to, you know, get the optimal setup from it. But we're the TEC. We don't give a damn about mining, okay? What we care about are trade ports. Trade ports and garrisons set to hostile. Let's make sure we build up a juicy defense. We've got 2 Argonauts as well. I don't even bother placing them manually anymore. It's like, why would I bother? You know what I mean? All I'm doing is like basically clicking my way through to make them unstoppable. All right, where are we at next? Ooh, a nice oceanic planet. Nice cluster of planets right here that we could grab. Could go for a ferrous planet. I think I'm going to grab this oceanic planet. I think that's next on the agenda. I want to make my way towards this asteroid because I want to collect all that derelict loot. It's like absurd level of derelict loot there. I think we're 14 planets away from victory, so it won't be long now. So there are some unique things you could build on the gas. You could build a gas harvester, which gives you more money trade capacity. You could build a gas crystallizer, which gives you more crystal trade capacity. I'm going to grab the... So I'll get a gas harvester plus a gas crystallizer, a home guard depot, and then for shits and giggles, I will get a munitions plant. Oh my god, look at the fighter swarm. The torpedo swarm as well. This poor starbase. Oh, it's so dead. Even though it has maxed out defense, it's still dead so quickly. Num 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 num. Delicious. Delicious destruction. You see these like Harka heavy cruisers that are like floating around with these Garda ships? Those are free escort ships. That's just the network of ships protecting my trade empire. It's crazy. The TEC Enclave, when they get a move on, they get a move on. This oceanic world will take a moment here to blow up, but honestly, it shouldn't really even last that long. Alright, planet is taken. We can start building it up. Make sure we build the garrison, plus the ability to resupply that garrison. Then we want... Ooh, high pressure dome. Commercial district. Regional government office. Num 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 num. We must not forget to build our defenses. And our Argonif star bases. Bum 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 bum. Bum bum. Where's the other starbase? There it is. Bum, 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 bum. So we have 2 starbases preventing this planet from being bombed. Let's go ahead and jump to the next one. Vitoris. An enemy fleet. No, 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 no. We must go fight them on this oceanic planet over here. As much as I want to go clear out this asteroid filled with debris, like an absurd amount of debris, I need to go participate in this fight. I need to see my fleet. The Verasta Titan alongside the Orculus starbase. It's going to happen. Look at this, we've slowly but surely been just dumping fleets in here, and we're like chipping away at this lava world at no cost to myself, aside from the infrastructure that it cost to set it up like 2 or 3 hours ago. Oh, here we go, we're about to land. Oh, what can this thing even do? I don't even want to know what it can do. All I know is that it's level 10, as is ours, I think. And we're about to land here, and he's about to get torpedoed. Oh, brrr. Nice health, bro. My Anculon Titan is on the front line, dumping out damage. Get in there. Get in there where you can, like, do your big AoE damage. Get up in their faces. Oh, their Titan's coming down, man. We're about to drop a disruption matrix of a lifetime here on this entire enemy fleet. Brrr. Your shields are fine. What are you even chasing these guys for, you weirdos? Oh my god. The Titan is gone! The starbase is gone! My Titan's in the center of the enemy fleet, just AoE damaging everything. There's nothing they can do to me. Oh, they must be having a bad day. Here we go, another disruption matrix, 15 seconds of AoE damage. Look at these fleets, man! What are you even getting buffed by? Why are you glowing green? Home guard determination. Oh, so good. So damn good. My ships are dancing and jumping and flipping around the galaxy. Like, dude, like, this has to be so annoying. Has to be so annoying that my ships are just constantly jumping in and around, and everywhere you go, there is just a massive supply of my dudes. Just shooting, damaging, wrecking. No matter where you go, me and my ships are. We are omnipotent. Omnipresent? Word hard. Beautiful thing is, you can go up to 10x speed, which makes my computer very angry. I will say that. It makes my computer so incredibly angry when I go up to 10x speed. It does not like it, but it is something that you can do. Oh, I think, was this my planet? Did they kill my planet? Or is this one of those traveling planets? No, 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 no. It's a traveling planet that's like moving through the universe. And another planet has fallen. Let's go ahead and get our fleet to move on to the next lava world while we build up Vitoris. Another colony falls, and we can go grab the asteroid. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, they're attacking Matsuda again. How's that going for them? Not great, as far as I can tell. Oh, a new Verasta Titan has come. I guess the first one wasn't enough, you know. Like they're like, oh, we're gonna send another Titan at you, bro. But this is Matsuda, isn't this that planet that like travels around the universe and like? I think it is. How strange. How strange and silly for our opponents to fight us over here. I guess this planet has been like roaming around the universe, being really annoying. So I kind of understand why people want to destroy it. Oh, we may actually lose. We may actually lose a planet. It's been a long time coming where there was even a threat of potentially losing a planet. Oh, this poor starbase. I invested so much in you and you're gonna die. No, an Argonef starbase died. I'm just gonna build another one. I love that. They killed the starbase, I immediately rebuilt it, and now they can't kill it fast enough for me to rebuild it, like to stop me. Oh, it's beautiful. This poor little asteroid getting absolutely roasted. All right, let's get this here. We get a nice little garrison. We boom, we rebuild it. Juicy Argonauts. You know what? Orange has been really annoying this game. I'm going to go for his home world. I need to capture 3 more planets. So if I go 1, 2, 3, not only do I eradicate him, I win the game. That would make me really happy. I definitely have pushed this game to its limit in terms of performance. And honestly, it has impressed me with how performant it is, considering the... I mean, look at this. Look at this. Look at the number of things moving around in a moving galaxy. It's absurdity. This game has been pushed to limits that it should not have been able to reach, if you ask me. Madness is what I've done here. Oh, they're sending another Titan against this set of worlds. How many? Just one more Titan, bro. I swear, just give me one more Titan and I'll break this planet. I promise, bro. Please, just one more Titan, bro. So this is the final asteroid that I will be capturing before I go for my enemy's homeworld and potentially end the game. Well, not potentially end the game. It will end the game. And I gotta say, I'm very proud of my fleets, and I'm very proud of the empire that I built. Like, the fact that I span half the galaxy, and it's just like automatic garrison fleets jumping around being annoying. The TEC Enclave late game is truly something to behold, and I am excited to show you the late game. And that's why I did a really big map. A, I wanted to push the game to its limits, and B, I wanted to show off, like, hey, can I actually beat the hardest AI? It turns out I can, but barely, because you didn't see all the failed attempts. Right, let's go for the garrison, or the capital world, Ogarev, which is our victory condition here, plus it also is their defeat condition, killing them. So this is a home world, which means it should be way heavier defended than an average planet. But the problem is, against an Ankylon Titan supported by 10 Sova carriers, heavily defended is still made of paper.
Military structure complete.
Look how fast the enemy bombers and fighters are getting shredded while ours are staying standing.
One of our enemies has finished a Titan.
We're about to have strikecraft superiority. Once you have strikecraft superiority, I think it's just like, it's hard, man. I think the rest of my fleet just level to 10. I've got an entire fleet of level 10 capital ships, supported by, of course, the robotics cruisers and the torpedo cruisers. But aside from that, it's all big boys. God, look at these swarms, dude. Just... Isn't that just beautiful? Watching the beams, the guns and the rails of the strike craft zipping past as we finish out this epic, insane battle for this system. First time I've ever beaten the impossible AI in a free-for-all. I think the next real challenge would be to see if I could beat them in a me versus all the AI type situation. I don't know if I'm there yet, but considering the number of hours it took me to learn how to even beat a free-for-all impossible AI, I ain't even close, man. I am not even close to ready. But I'm quite happy with myself, considering I learned how to do this just by playing the game without actually looking up much. I can't remember what exactly I looked up, but most of the information about Sins of a Solar Empire kind of has to do with the first game. So a lot of this was just me learning how the gameplay mechanics work, and like strikecraft are crazy good, and how good garrisons can be when they overlap and defend each other, and then there's kind of like a interlocking point where you can use them as basically free harassment that becomes extremely annoying to deal with. It does allow your enemies to level up their ships pretty easily, but I think the fact that I'm able to, you know, I guess against the AI that probably doesn't matter so much. Oh, the batteries of anti-planet weaponry. Look at that, volleys upon volleys upon volleys of strikes against this poor planet. My Marza dreadnoughts are just raising them. 600 damage every 45 seconds is an outrageous level of a bombardment. The strikecraft genuinely lag out my game, which I appreciate. If I'm playing a 4x real-time strategy space game and I can't make enough strikecraft to make my computer crash, I'm disappointed. I'll be honest with you. I want my computer to crash. This is it. This is the final planet, man. These poor people are getting absolutely scorched earthed off their planet. Oh, the bombardment. Boom, 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 boom. This is now my planet, and this is now my victory. But I gotta say, very cool. Sins of a Solar Empire, very fun. Would recommend. Considering I spent 70 hours learning how to play a 8-hour free-for-all against the AI. I think I could say I like this game and I think you should buy it, even though this is a sponsored video, you know? Well, I don't know if you should buy it, but I mean, you should consider it, right? Like, I'm saying like spend your money, but I think this is a really cool game and they've done a really good job with it. And it's really, really neat. You can see just like here is the struggle, okay? This actually reminds me of Civilization 6, playing against the hardest AI in Civ 6. It's like you have this early phase of the game where you're kind of struggling, and then there's a big struggle, and then I managed to get over the hump, and I managed to get to my late game, and then it was all clean sailing. Fleet supply used, yeah, you can see, look how fast they get their fleet supply. It took me so long to get to my maximum fleet supply to try to fight these guys off. And we killed so much fleet supply. Wow, these guys really were fighting each other for a very long time. I killed so many orbital structures. I dealt so much damage. Even throughout the game, I was actually, I wasn't top damage for the whole game, but I did a lot of damage. I was up there for most of the game. I destroyed the most planets. Oh wow, these guys were really killing each other. You can see that. Planet bombing damage. Yeah, I just kind of took off after a while. I had basically no money for like the entire game. And then once I got over the hump of having to build up my economy and hold and fight, and then it was like, oh, okay, finally, we can just relax. The total accumulated credits. You can actually see the exact moments, like, look at this curve of how far behind on economy we are until the late game. Total income, my total income spiked here. I don't know what exactly happened at this point. I don't remember. My trade port income wasn't even that strong this game, but I did eventually get it to be really, really powerful. My infrastructure tax was crazy throughout this game. I want to have a look at research. Yeah, completed research. I wasn't ever really super far behind. Where's military? I wanted to check balance. Like, look how much metal they get ahead of you. You know what I mean? I never even got close, or how much crystal. I never got close to the total amount of crystal that other people accumulated, just because they have such great economic bonuses when you're playing against the powerful AI, the hardest. Very, very cool game. And I could go and watch the replay now if I wanted to, right? And I think that's a really cool thing. I can click here and say I want to see the whole world, and you could time lapse it. Like if I double click here and I just get the whole, if I can get the whole galaxy in view. Oh, not quite. Come on now. There we go. And then if I just set it to bloop, 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 to 10x speed, we can watch the galaxy unfold. You can see people are starting to colonize. They're spreading. They were like trying to be peaceful with each other at all throughout the game. That was interesting. But yeah, look at these guys. They're just swarming throughout the galaxy. So what I actually want to use this, like what were these guys doing? Okay, so they captured this asteroid. Oh wow, they went aggressive. Straight towards their neighbor. They're like within 2 jumps of their neighbor now. I got pretty lucky there that I had this like cluster of 4 planets that were in a pretty safe little circle. These guys have done a similar move to me. What are you killing this? I remember capturing this asteroid. It was only like 8 hours ago. Oh, dude. That is so cool. Did anyone rush the center, I wonder? Oh, it looks like purple kind of did. I feel like rushing to the center could be a very powerful strategy, because the worlds there are a lot richer. And there's some epic debris in there. I like the idea, personally, I like to sit back, colonize my backyard, play it safe, build my defenses. Okay, so where did you guys go after you got this? Oh wow, these guys had a really rough start, it seems like. Or at least they weren't doing much. These guys had a rough start. These guys had a great start. They're off to so many. Didn't have such a good start. Bad start here. Good start here. Bad start here. Great start on these guys. As I got a little bit lucky that one of my neighbors had a bad start and didn't really consider attacking me. God, these guys already have 500 supply. I have like 80 supply. I'm only just now getting my Corvettes online. God, they already have multiple cap ships. Damn. If I had managed to get this ice planet, it would have like opened up so much of the galaxy for me. Oh, these guys are like invading each other. Like ships passing in the night. This is where I retreated to Galatea to play it safe, and then I was looking to see if maybe I could grab Nortia, and I ended up being able to grab Nortia, and it felt good. I feel like I had pretty great borders here. I mean, you could make the argument that if I drop this ice planet, I have much more defensible borders, but I think the ice planet was worth keeping. I had great borders. I got very lucky that this guy had a rough early game, because he could have come and started attacking me from here, and I would not have been ready for it. Oh yeah, the green player was going crazy. They already have fabrication cruisers. They're capturing plenty of worlds. The problem is I ran into the AI and got stuck early, and this is the big problem when you're playing against the impossible AI, is they're a little bit unpredictable. They can just kind of screw you. I'm really glad that red and orange were kind of fighting each other. I do think the game would be a little bit more interesting if the impossible AI was more amenable to diplomacy. See, if I had known that these were like wide open, I could have gone and I could have colonized it. But I think this is where they tried to invade me, and I was like, well, you're invading me, but you're not invading me with enough stuff. And so I think that means I'm like, I'm going to try and strike you. And I think this is where I went for Nortia. And then once I had Nortia, that was the big break for me. That let me step onto the next phase of the game, and I was able to start fighting over this asteroid right here. Once I had Makino and I had Coronis in my sights, I think this really opened the game up for me. But like, here's the crazy thing: while all this is happening, while I'm fighting to try and just struggle with my neighbor, there's a massive green crusade down here just killing orange, and white over here is just. I mean, teal is dead, right? He's dead. I don't know who's going to come out on top here. But I think I remember correctly, it was orange who beats these guys. I got so lucky. I actually got so lucky that pink had a bad early game. I got so lucky. Like, he didn't capture any planets. What are you doing, bro? Capture your planets, bro. By the way, I think this is actually the moment where I won the game, is where I caught this starbase before it finished. Because I wasn't even at the tech level, if I remember correctly, to think about getting my Argonauts ready. I think I was only starting to lay down my first refinery in my capital at this point. Yeah, literally one refinery, slowly making Endurium to make Argonaut starbases. Like, painful stuff. And now they're about to... Oh, they decided against jumping in on me. That's an interesting decision. Maybe they were being attacked from multiple fronts and they didn't know what to do. But like, if I hadn't gotten purple under control early by constantly attacking his capital, look how strong he was. I got really lucky that pink had a bad game. And I got really lucky that I was able to get Makino without purple responding, and that I was able to distract them by attacking their capital over and over. I mean, look down here. Like, this green guy is just going crazy, as is this green guy. But yeah, an hour into the game, I don't think it looks clear that I'm going to win at all. I do think like 2 or 3 hours into the game it does. But yeah, that's going to be it for me. I want to thank you guys very much for watching Sins of a Solar Empire. I love you all very much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!